she's like, "You're on drugs. You're on drugs," and I wasn't. I didn't even smoke weed. That.
They gave you drugs, right?
They gave me the fentanyl for the
like, no shit, you're on drugs.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm on whatever the fuck you gave me.
If you look at like that flower of life, as humans, yeah, we would draw straight lines. But nothing in the universe is straight. Everything is fucking curved.
To a point, but straight lines can make curved art, so I mean...
I used to fucking challenge people, like, when I was like, I don't know. I mean, you used to know me as a kid. But, like, draw me a circle using only straight lines. And you just start and you just keep cutting every fucking corner.
I couldn't do it, but I...
But yes, you could. Anybody could do it,
line.
Right, pencil and a ruler. That's what I'm saying. So essentially, you can make a curve with a straight line, never having to make a curve.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I don't agree with a lot, because there are straight lines, but I don't think our reality perceives the curved, how he's explaining. But I do like how he... periodic table and shit, how like every element has a color and a sound
and a frequency, right? And everything's connected. Everything's essentially the fucking same thing. It's just at a different frequency. Like that makes, like I said, just almost too much sense. Because I mean, it all had to have come from somewhere. You know what I mean? And it looks like a wavelength already. I mean, it's literally just a fucking a wavelength. And we are blind. Like I don't know what percentage of the wavelength we can see, but it's very little. Like a lot of other fucking animals and stuff can see ultraviolet and all kinds of different wavelengths that we can't see.
We've been brainwashed for too long. That's the thing. Like animals, they can sense like a tsunami and shit. Like why?
Well, even just being able to sense when they're gonna die is so weird. Well, just in cats, like how do they just know? Like, listen, this is it. I'm not coming back. I'm going out and I'm going to lay down and fucking die. Like, it's so weird that they have this instinctual understanding of something that we just can't grasp. It's really phenomenal. Like, it doesn't make any sense to us whatsoever. Yeah.
A little bit. I think we lost our way of nature more than anything.
You can bring that closer to you.
I don't want to... It's too close.
If you would have leaned back like that, just move it back.
It's too close.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll just switch us to a wide and we'll fucking throw something up on. I had a thing. I was trying to find something. Did you know there's not one video on YouTube that agrees with Flat Earth? Everything is about debunking it and everything's about
They try, but they can't. And that's the fucked up thing. There's more proofs of a flat Earth than there is a globe Earth, which is crazy.
But see, this is what interests me. Obviously, there's a large percentage of people that believe it. But what that tells you that I can't find it on here is that YouTube's algorithm fucking hides it.
Mm-hmm.
They have a belief system. They're biased.
Go to Rumble.
See, and
they don't censor shit.
I'll go to the fucking...
But it's fucking... They don't... It's like Frozen in Disney. Walt Disney was Frozen?
Yeah.
They made that fucking stupid Frozen movie. That way, when you look up Walt Disney Frozen, it comes up with that fucking movie and not him fucking... anything on him Frozen.
Well, I just read something about that Frozen was made as a distraction.
That's what I'm saying.
But a distraction from what?
From him being Frozen. Because Disney didn't want their name... this is my theory now, because I haven't heard shit, like, besides my own little brain here. Yeah, I'm coming closer.
Just lean back to where you're at.
But I remember as a kid being told that he was frozen, that he was chronologically frozen, that he was going to fucking be thawed out, and I remember being alive when they were supposed to unthaw him, right? So what happened? It was deemed that it wasn't true, right?
Well, I think he's frozen. I think he's under fucking Disney Florida somewhere.
Well, he probably is, but I'm just saying, like, so what was the time period, like, Frozen come out? And that was just to
like 10 years ago, probably now.
Divert the attention from.
Yeah, so when you Googled it, Disney Frozen, it would come up as that shit, not fucking him. That's my theory. I don't know.
I see. So that way, it's just buried.
Yeah, it's just like everything
buried
else,
by the movie, right?
Like,
but that's a very keen way to do it. just name it Frozen. So when you Google Disney Frozen,
Here's
Walt Disney
another one.
Frozen, you get the fucking movie, not his fucking.
Yeah, I haven't
bullshit.
seen it yet, but heard this guy giving a lecture. He was a psychologist, and one of his clients got paid like $60 million from Walt Disney themselves to put chemtrails in their old movies. So if you find an old movie, watch it, and then you watch a new movie, see if it has chemtrails in it.
So they went back and added the
Yeah,
chemtrails into the movie so that they could say that
They
they've
was
just
always
always
there.
been there.
Yeah.
Interesting, because obviously there was a time that just wasn't a thing. You know, like
Chemtrails weren't existed until like, I want to say 5 years ago when they started heavily putting them. And you growing up as a kid, I mean, when I went outside, I'd never seen lines like that shit. Now you go out there, there are fucking straight lines everywhere. Well,
I mean,
as straight as it can be in the sky.
well, I mean, if we're on a flat Earth, they would be flat. They would be fucking.
I
flat.
don't know if we're flat, but I think we're
Dome.
flatter than we are round. Think
But-
about this. If I
But
pour,
we're ants. I mean, like I think it just comes down to scale.
if I pour this out right now on your table here, it's gonna fall off the edge, right?
Yeah, yeah. Theoretically,
But
it would.
some of it, and it's level, it's gonna puddle and stuff. And but most water needs a container to keep it in, right? What the fuck's keeping all this water spinning around in a fucking circle? An ice wall, motherfucker.
I mean,
And water always finds level. Water always finds level. How come?
it's hard to explain it without science. Because I mean,
Well-
you can say that they've essentially fabricated that
Well, fuck
gravity
science. Let's
isn't a
just use
thing.
common sense.
But they explain it by what the gravity or the gravitational force, the magnetic field is
There's
what.
gravity for you, dude.
So and this is I guess where it goes is that everything is pulled to the center of our ball.
Okay, but
So
that's bullshit.
including the water.
Okay, water is what, 8 pounds per gallon? A fucking bird weighs 4 ounces. How the fuck don't a bird get pulled to the fucking earth?
I don't
That's
know.
gravity, huh?
I'm not smart enough to answer that.
What
I
about
mean,
a balloon floating through the air with the wind blowing? Why ain't it fucking held to the ground? But gravity's so strong.
helium.
Yeah, see,
I mean, maybe
yeah.
wings. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's centrifugal force.
What about the ones that are just hovering?
Because it is pulling water. That's the wind.
Yeah, but the gravity's so strong, it can keep the water on Earth, but it can't keep a bird on the ground.
I know, and water's heavy as fuck.
8 pounds per gallon.
So
Well, roughly, I'm doing that off like a milk. It should be about the same.
and we're spinning.
And we're spinning, but we're not only spinning like this, we're spinning like this to the fucking universe. I mean, come on, that's my common sense says fuck you or you fucking bullshitting liars. You know.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with it is that like they just kind of stopped trying to explain it. I mean, once they had CGI, they never had to.
They've always had
You know?
CGI. There's
Wow.
not one. They went to the moon, right? They fucking orbit space all the time. There's not one real photograph of fucking Earth. It's all CGI. And the guy who does it admits it. That's his fucking job.
It's certainly all doctored. I mean, I don't know if I can certainly say that. Like,
No,
listen,
oh,
I
Na-
don't believe any images from.
Oh,
from
NASA will
space.
tell you that there's no. All the fucking planets and shit. It's all CGI. That's their job. It's. Yeah, go to NASA's website and
But
dig a little
NASA's
bit.
not the only one up there anymore. Is the problem? You know.
Yeah,
it's like,
but
there's
the
a lot
fucking
of
Freemasons
private
and
fucking citizens up there now.
there's no private nothing.
And Russia's up there too. Why would they allow us to? I mean, like, do you think they're just all in on the fucking lie?
They're up in the space station, but they're not out of our lower orbit. They can't. According to them, we can't get out of Earth's lower orbit. So how can we get to the moon if the moon is above the Van Allen belt or the radiation belt or the firmament?
Well, clearly we can get through it. It's just
I don't
not
know.
easy.
I mean, there's videos now like Elon Musk hitting something and it looks like water repelling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What I like to know is how do they get through the fucking asteroid belt? Don't they have to? Isn't that?
Nah, that's
That's not
supposedly
around
farther.
us.
But the Van Allen belt, it's radiation. There's no human can survive that,
Even in a capsule?
even in a capsule. Like, and this is NASA. It's like, go to NASA.gov and fucking look this shit up. I'm not completely insane like I do my research before I fucking spout my mouth, and that's what I try to do.
I'm trying to think. I'll see if I can pull it up. But no, I'll have to wait.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, we'll talk about this shit again because this shit actually interests me. And it's
But
my whole goal in life was if I could prove flat Earth, I could prove there was a God.
Are those two things related, or is it
According-
just both are equally as challenging?
According to the Bible says the Earth's flat 7 times.
Does it really?
Hmm.
Well, shit. And that's maybe like when she comes back down, even like she can pull it up, but I'm too far away with it. But yeah, it makes it hard to believe that everybody would have to be in on it. I mean, like,
Not really.
but it's not to say that like the UN and all of these fucks, you know, I mean,
What about
these
Epstein?
governments that control things. Same thing with the flat Earth, the ice wall. If they had all of this to protect, I mean, there would have to be. It would be the biggest lie in fucking human
The
creation.
biggest lie in human creation
know.
is fucking America's free, because we're not, because we pay taxes on this and pay taxes on that and pay taxes on this before we even fucking get our money. But that's not what I'm bitching about.
I think it's far more likely that we're in a simulation. I definitely
that's
think
what-
that, like, realistically, like, this is far beyond fabricated, and it's just
to a
this is
point,
not
I mean,
real.
you believe in, what's that word I'm looking for? Divine creation, I guess. If you think it will be it. So, like, you can manifest,
That's
like...
a weird. I mean, I don't know if I would say divine creation.
Well, not, yeah, because I can't think of the word, but...
But I believe in a fucking
Manifestation? Like, if I want to be a success, I gotta think I'm a success already, and I gotta tell myself that every day.
Yeah, I definitely think that's part of the program.
So it's like dark matter. I can pretty much manifest something out of nothing, like to an extent.
I mean, I think that obviously I'm going to call it the creator. The creator has obviously put in limitations, because you know what's weird is that we can only exist in a very limited bubble. We can't go, like you said, we can't go so high, and we certainly can't go very deep in the water. You know what I mean? So, like, we have very limited access to even the whatever planet shape it is. Whatever we're on, we have been limited like it's a fucking firewall. You know what I mean? So, like, we just have no way. And look at these asshole billionaires going down there and fucking dying.
Well, and then you say that it can't be the world's greatest, like, collaboration. Why can't it? Because you cannot go past the 33rd parallel. Nobody can, or you get turned around by whatever fucking navy you're in, like that precinct. Like,
Well, that's what I mean. Like, there's definitely, you know, if anything, there's probably things in place to protect whatever seems there would be in the wall or the simulation.
I don't carry my phone with me anymore, but if you got a phone on you, go to Google fucking Earth, get the satellite image, go down to, was it Murdoch? Down there in Antarctica. You can actually go inside of some of the research buildings, and there's this one that has like a display case, and you can look at the fucking shit that they found. They found fucking swords down there, dude.
What?
Yeah, look at the...
Like...
Yeah! If you look at it, there's fucking swords. There's... And
like,
it's like a
metal swords. We're talking like
I don't know if they're metal, if
man-made.
they're crystal, but they're fucking swords. They're a sword. Why would they have them in a display case if they didn't find them down there?
Right.
Like, it's fucked up, dude. And then if you...
I can't run the cameras while I'm talking. It's just, I just leave it on the wide shot. But
And then if you, like, look at, like, conspiracy theories, they say there's, like, 30-some pyramids down there and shit. But I don't know, because you can't really tell.
I did read that there was pyramids under the ice. I did see that.
And supposedly, where, the Grand Canyon, where you can't get into, there's a Sphinx and there's, like, a fucking pyramid down there, too. So, I mean...
I believe there's fucking pyramids all over the fucking earth.
Well, there is.
I definitely...
You know why?
I think that they're for communication of some sort.
According to Cat Williams, and he's Mensa smart, he believes they're power plants.
Right. Some form of electricity or a beacon or a communication.
Which makes sense because they found traces of... I'm talking way too much. They found traces of, like, hydrogen or fucking, you know, whatever exerts after you make power out of... I'll have to look it up because I don't remember. But, yeah, they found traces of... I think it was hydrogen. So, I mean, fuck, dude. Hey, why don't you throw that pen over here?
Well, I was going to fucking just...
Yeah, we had to do that, too, but... Throw that fucker.
But, yeah, I just actually read, too, that Jeff Bezos... Because everybody's running the AI game now. Everybody's running the AI race. So now, to create AGI, which is obviously the most intelligent form of AI, they need more fucking power, more computing power. So they're buying up nuclear fucking power plants. And they're going to use nuclear reactors to power AI. Yeah, so like this shit that we're seeing now is the beta version. I mean, this is nothing compared to what's going to be happening like even just in the next couple of years.
I
But
believe like the Illuminati, they have to show you what they do before they do it. You know what China's like security system is? Their AI computer security system's called.
no.
Take a fucking wild guess. What's the most scariest fucking AI computer system that was ever put in a movie?
Oh God, I don't fucking know.
Oh come on, Skynet,
What movie would that even be from?
Terminator.
Oh, is that what it's from? See, I was thinking something. I don't know where the fuck I was going, but yeah, I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, it's Skynet, and that's what their fucking program's called. Their AI fucking. If you jaywalk in China, they'll either deduct money from your fucking bank account right there if you jaywalk. As soon as you do it, your picture will be blasted up there, and they'll deduct money. And if you don't have money in your account, they'll take from your social credit score, which means that they can lock you out of your apartment. You can't go shopping that day. You can't drive your car.
Right, you're devalued as a citizen.
Yeah, and this is a fucking AI system. It's fucking facial recognition. And
Well, they've had that for a very long time, right?
Time.
And it's obviously slowly crept into the United States to where, I mean, like, that's what I mean. Like, all they're worried about is collecting data. They want to be able to identify every motherfucker on the street. They want to be able to know exactly where you're going, where you came from, what you're going to do. I mean, that's why they put a fucking trackable device in your ass, that you glue to your fucking face every day. And it's like, it's kind of funny because, I mean, like, at some point, and I said this a while ago, at some point, like, people are going to catch on. I mean, like, there's too much information now, but it's going to be almost too late and too hard to hide, like, because we're already beyond a point where, like, you can't just shut it off now.
Look at COVID.
Well, that was a test.
It was. Well,
that was literally just, hey, you think we could do this?
Look how many sheep were bitched at other people because they didn't want to wear a mask. Yeah, I wasn't wearing a mask because...
Oh my God, did you see the motherfucking Fauci Congress?
I didn't watch that.
Oh my God, dude, I didn't even watch it either. I just seen just a couple snippets. But listen, he fucking flat out, he had to admit it. He that would lie under oath. Flat out admitted he completely fucking made up the 6 fucking feet social distancing.
Oh yeah.
Completely fucking made up the whole mask thing. Neither one of those things had any fucking data or science to back either one of those things that they would make any difference.
No shit.
So, like, I mean, he literally ruined, how many fucking thousands of people's education, work, job, people were traumatized.
It's all about money.
It was a test to see if they could shut everything down and see if they could police the fucking streets and keep everybody in the house.
And they can. Because the masses are asses.
And I remember being a kid, my dad saying, in the future, wars will be fucking fought without a fucking single bullet fired. It'll be germs and it'll be fucking chemical warfare. You'll never even know it's happening. Fly over.
Like 3-4 years ago, in DuBois, by Sykesville somewhere, they found fucking, I don't know how many of them. And you'll never ever see this. But fucking, they found fucking anthrax. In fucking DuBois.
What?
Yeah. Or maybe it was smallpox. But either way, it was a chemical agent, but you don't hear shit about it. You heard about it that day, and if you remember and you think about it, you might remember it. But other than that, nobody fucking pays attention, dude.
Right. Oh, dude, they're so good at sweeping shit under the fucking rug.
Well, everybody's so fucking concerned about jerking off and fucking getting high. Yeah, those things are fucking fun, but, fuck, man.
Oh, dude, I watched this video that was filmed in, like, the late fucking... it was probably late 50s, early 60s, and this guy was talking just about how the entertainment industry was completely designed to control and distract and just get people out of their fucking, out of their minds. Just sit down and vegetate, and not think about the world that's happening and changing around you, like...
And this goes back into the Illuminati and the Freemason shit, but, like, our English is... I've just been learning, like, listening to videos like this, and it's kind of making sense, but our language is like witchcraft. Like spelling, it's a spell. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Hollywood, Hollywood was, in the olden days they used magic wands. They made them out of Hollywood.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so why is it called Hollywood? Yeah. And then, television, you tell a vision, you tell what your vision is.
Oh my God, dude. How did we never notice that?
Like, wordplay in America, like...
It's
This
like
is one thing I can, from that social bitch there, whatever you want to call her, one thing I did learn from her was that English is very important because words have many meanings.
Oh, the English language is like one of the very few that like one
It's
word
witchcraft.
can mean so many different things.
It's witchcraft.
Even look at the word rose.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a rose of flower, rose of fucking corn. It could be he rose a boat. I mean, like one fucking sound.
Here,
that
here, here. There.
Yeah, it's just so strange. Everything is fucking just
You know, buddy. And then think about it.
twisted.
Though. I mean,
It doesn't make any sense.
it does. It does. Not to us, because we're learning. We're not there yet. But these motherfuckers that know this shit, they were taught this shit from birth. So why do you think there's fucking Masons everywhere? There's fucking... Why do you do this shit? Come on. The all-seeing eye. Come the fuck on. What is that we've been bought and paid for fucking before we were even fucking born?
Well, and it's been put right in front of our face. You know, and people just deny. You know, and it's just like... I mean, there's so many people that just...
You're a number
are
before
in it
you're
for the fucking entertainment, in it for the fucking distraction, in it for the fucking TikTok. You know what I mean? Just want
Clout.
more.
Yeah, they are.
You know, and it's grooming a generation of people that will literally just sit around and be fucking plugged in, and they can do whatever they want with the world because you'll be fucking stuck in a fucking little bubble, and you won't fucking have to worry about whatever. You know, like it's all about like sustainable. I mean, like right, just essentially right. Just you know, you don't have to worry about working. You don't have to worry about eating. We'll just fucking you know give you everything you need. You got fucking daily stream 24/7.
I think idiocracy is like our future, but because America's so dumb and our government's fucking just putting us there, which is that I don't understand it. But I mean, I guess I don't have to understand it. I just gotta fucking.
I definitely entertain the idea too that like we are, as humans, designed and here to create.
I think we're slaves.
This right, essentially that we are just here to create this symbiotic fucking thing. This no gender. This no fucking sex. This
that shit.
Digital
That's part of a
reproduction.
fucking. That's their mass idiocracy fucking plan. They're like. Even 10 years ago, that shit was like, hey, no, don't ask, don't tell. Now it's like, we want you to be a dick sucker or a clit licker. Like, not that I give a fuck what you do, but that's not my preference.
But it was never like...
It was never shoved in my face.
It was never put in the fucking front row at Target, and it had to be on your fucking 9-year-old's fucking t-shirt with pride, and it was like, it's just so fucking weird. It's like, but that's the thing. People... Now it's like it's a trend to be non-binary, you know. It's like it's a
fucking pissing in a litter box.
But by definition, humans are binary. We have a male and a female sex. I mean, like that's it. Humans are binary. So what is that doing? It's creating a generation of people who are considering themselves non-human, you know. And that's like the next step in this technological evolution that we're going to slowly become less and less human and more attached with AI.
Well, look at the Antichrist there, Elon.
What's that? The Antichrist. You don't like Musk?
He's a very, very intelligent person, but I don't think
he's a fucking alien.
I think he's the leader of Mars, and that's why he wants to go back there, because the leader of Mars is named what's fucking Elon.
Really?
Supposedly, I don't know. I wasn't born back then, or I wasn't been there. But according to these crazy motherfuckers, you know, I get my shit from these crazy motherfuckers, and they make me crazy.
Right. Yeah, but it's weird how a lot of this shit starts to make a lot of sense, and a lot of the stuff that people were like, "Oh, you're crazy for thinking that." Yeah, well, it turns out everybody was right about a lot of it.
I'll be crazy all I want, and I'll believe what I want, and you guys can believe.
That's what they want you to be, though. Don't listen to that guy. He's crazy.
Yeah.
His opinion doesn't matter. What he's saying has no value.
Exactly.
He's crazy.
That's what's fucking funny.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, look at what they used to do to people back in the fucking day. They used to just throw them in a fucking psych ward. You know what I mean? Like stuff now that you just treat with over-the-counter medicine from Walmart, and they just throw people in a psych ward just to shut them up, forget about them.
Yeah, bring back the sanitarium. Bring back fucking mass execution.
But might change some things.
What are we gonna change? Like,
I mean, I don't know.
We're too far gone.
I don't know where we're supposed to be going, though.
Where I was going with the Antichrist there is, look at Neuralink. Like, your whole statement of we're becoming more machine, right fucking there, dude. There it is.
detached from nature.
Have
That's
you
the thing,
seen-
like dehumanizing everybody. It's so strange.
Have you seen like what Neuralink can do? Like they put
Oh
it,
yeah.
they put in their fucking first patient. I met a girl a couple months ago who had something like that, but she had to do it with her eyes, and this cursor would roll with her eyes. Yeah, she's
Okay.
she's a little girl.
Stephen Murray had something like that.
Yeah, she had, I don't know, I forget what she had. She has a foundation, and I need to look it up because I told her Mama I'd make her something, and I still have the card at home, but I've been fucking mad. Anyway, she could do it with her eyes, and I was so fucking impressed, you know,
That's
because that
incredible.
was just following her eyes.
Well, and that to be something like that, to be life changing, to where otherwise you would have no access to this amazing technology, you know.
Oh,
And
yeah.
now, because of that technology, you have access to a whole new world of things that otherwise you'd be sitting in a chair. My Aunt Evelyn had ALS,
But that's how,
and she was paralyzed, you know. So I mean,
But
a
that's
Neuralink
how-
would have given her incredible amounts of abilities to probably speak and move.
maybe, but I'm not trying to, you know, diminish from her, but
She probably wouldn't have done it, to be
Yeah,
honest.
but-
She would have absolutely been against it.
yeah,
probably.
because that's not how she was made.
It's not natural, dude.
It's
It's
not
not.
natural,
It's
yes.
not natural. You
Even
know,
if
whether
there's-
you believe in God or not,
Thank
it's
you.
like what are we if we're not a biological fucking species? I mean, like to just say that, well, you know, we're just change. We're just going to dehumanize and be something else. Like that's not the way. I mean, everything is a process. You know what I mean? Like
it's-
you fucking live and you die, and it's like, you know,
then you
sometimes
move
you don't
on.
have a good rap. Sometimes you don't have a good fucking
It's all how
Good.
you think about it.
good trip.
You can
But-
change your life any day. Change your
Yeah.
thinking, change your life.
But the Neuralink, as long as it doesn't get into be something crazy,
It's
which it
already
obviously
crazy.
will be, you know, but the fact that it can take someone that, you know, was maybe paralyzed or maybe blind or something like that and give them, you know,
Yeah.
new abilities, it's great. But
Yeah, this, like I said, this girl had to have a sensor though and look at her eyes, and it had to adjust. Now I watch these videos. This dude fucking just, and it's instant. Like he's moving his cursor around like we're doing with our hands.
it's evolving so fast.
Like that's not. Can he read minds? Can he fucking, you know?
Soon.
They're-
That's what I mean. Like now when two people, like if we both had one, we could essentially just
They're developing phones that will actually read your mind, so you don't have to. Yeah, and I'm done with cell phones now.
it's so sick. It literally makes you almost sick because
It
then
does.
that's where like this joke that I had all these years, like, hey, what are you, the thought police? That'll be a real thing. Oh, Timmy, you thought about blowing up something?
Oh,
thought
yeah,
about
you-
fucking hurting somebody?
If I'm sure because of my recent crazy, some of the shit I've said, like is recorded out there, and you know that's me talking to myself. Like,
Well,
and if I get in trouble for my thoughts of like wanting to hurt somebody, that's me blowing off steam to myself. you
and
know?
freedom of expression
Doesn't exist.
Well, I'm just saying, freedom of expression is good or bad. I mean, like, I remember whenever I was a kid, I said something really stupid. I meant nothing by it. I said something along the lines of, like, if I wanted to kill myself, I'd do it right now. You know, and somebody, all they heard was, kill myself right now.
Yeah.
And I got I was in a fucking psych ward, you know, for a little bit because of something stupid I said. But, like, I remember being in the supermarket and my mom saying, if you don't get over here, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, oh, here's a funny
And
one.
nobody threw a fit. Nobody called CYS.
Yeah,
you
nowadays
know?
you can't. I was in Comet. It's like name's changed now, but it's Comet in Brookville. And my daughter was being a little jackass, and I had enough of her, and she came up and fucking headbutted me right in the stomach as hard as she could.
Oh.
And fucking, I lost my temper. I didn't beat her. I told her I was gonna beat her fucking ass, you know, as soon as we get outside. And she'd stay away from me, you know, because she knew she fucked up. And somebody heard me say that. In the meantime, there was this little old lady, and she was, you know, needed help with her groceries. So to blow off steam, I helped her because my daughter's with my mom. And I was over there, and I'm talking to this lady, and I do my thing, and I come back and go with mom, and she's like, okay, and everything's fine. We go home. Fucking 5 minutes of being home, the fucking state police were there.
What?
Yes, for a welfare check for my daughter. Somebody called the state police,
What?
got our fucking
Plate number or
plate
something?
number.
How right? How else would they have your address?
They got our plate number, and a fucking state cop showed up
Wow.
because I said I was gonna beat my daughter's ass because she fucking headbutted me. Nobody's seen that part. There's
It's just like regardless. I
Yeah.
mean, like how many times have you been told, "I'm gonna beat your ass"?
well, yeah, but that's not, you know. Even if you see like her headbutting me, you get the whole context of it. It's like I don't beat my daughter. I barely yell at my daughter because that's not how I want to raise her. And if you know me, you know that.
It's just crazy that now, like, parents can't even parent.
No,
you know
and
what I
that's-
mean, like,
That's the thing, yeah. Wait till your fucking daughter's older, dude.
well, it's like my whole life was full of being threatened. You know, like my fucking dad always was like, you know what, I'm gonna beat you. You keep it up, I'm gonna kick your fucking fucking ass. You need a good ass kicking.
Oh, the fucking light's still stupid. Smack.
It's like, yeah, it's just so crazy. I
Yeah,
mean, like, everything is now, like I said, it's just, everything's so sensitive.
It is. And, 40 years old. I probably kicked my dad's ass, but I still, he can kick my ass. I don't give a shit. It's...
And what's crazy though is I literally watched this thing and it was a joke, but it's so serious because like it was this kid, and they were depicting the 14-year-old. Can I get a tattoo? No. Can I buy cigarettes? No. Can I buy alcohol? No. Can I do this? They went through this list of things. Can I get a gender reversing surgery?
Yes.
Absolutely. Do I need my parents' position?
No.
Permission? No. You know what I mean? And it's like, actually, they encourage you to not tell the parent. They might not affirm it.
And
and it's like. So you're okay with abusing kids?
They are.
With irreversible permanent surgery because like my son put on a dress and like it's just fucking sickening.
If the teachers at school feel that like your daughter or son, is not acting like how they should and
their gender.
Yeah, their gender.
Hey, he's kind of girly.
There's certain schools that I've been hearing about now. I don't know which ones. I'm not, but they have clothes that they can secretly change and why are they encouraging that? Like,
and they're making sure, hey, don't tell mom and dad. They might not be okay with this.
Yeah.
Hide it from them. Like, how is that teaching anything good?
If you want to do that when you're over whatever your adult age is anymore, because it changed now.
Even most adults don't understand their sexuality enough to make those kind of crazy decisions, let alone children.
We were growing up, it was called cross-dressing. Yeah. Now it's a whole fucking thing.
We can bring her down. What?
I'm loud.
Oh, right. Well, I can extinguish cigarettos. We've already smoked. I'll throw Timmy a cookie. We have non-smokable fun stuff.
I'm probably going
to do them. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You cannot, no.
But
it's fucking insane.
It's just so weird. Like, listen to this shit. Somebody called the cops on him because he was yelling at Amberly in the fucking supermarket. Said, when we get outside, I'm going to beat your ass. Somebody called the state fucking police, and they showed up at his mom's house to do a welfare check.
Actually, I'm going to say it was last year because I believe the same cop pulled me over when I supposedly ran that red light that was fucking green. But yeah, she's like karma, but I think karma is fucking entrapment. Oh,
it's just nuts.
Safe is the world anymore. It's really crazy. You can't even
that's what I mean, like... That's what I mean. You can't do that. But if she wanted to fucking switch her gender, they would fucking expedite her. They wouldn't. I mean, like, that's not child abuse. That's not fucked up. Like, but yet you can't just scold your child.
I wish I am smart enough, but I wish I had the time and the money and I could homeschool my daughter and actually teach her life instead of fucking this indoctrinating system.
CCA is free.
Huh?
Yeah.
CCA is free.
Yeah, but she ain't gonna do that shit. She's gonna fucking Minecraft, and I ain't gonna watch her because of me.
Right.
Like, I got my own fucking... Yeah, I mean, come on.
Well, and you wouldn't want to have her have the downfall of you not making sure she was doing it. So I mean, you're doing the right thing.
I'd probably teach her the right things, but like how to balance a checkbook and how to fucking grow food, not
and fucking sew and cook.
How to
it's like
the main thing you need to learn in life if you live in the woods is how to filter water and how to get food. Because you kicked me out. Fuck, I mean,
fire.
Well, fire's easy if you sticks and fucking flint.
I guess we have lighters now.
Well, now,
but yeah, no, we. Huh? Oh, okay. Oh.
You can.
But in all honesty, dude, we were talking about that too. It's like, man, like, what happened to just teaching core values and just teaching them how to survive in the world aside from like, hey, are you gay?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck happened to humans that it's like they're just trying so hard to push this weird agenda, and it's like it's not here yet, but it's only a matter of time, because we already see it in the school system. That's why we pulled our kid out, because they wouldn't tell us anything.
Yeah.
And there was fucked up shit happening at the school around our child, and they were just keeping it secret.
I remember when I was going to school, you could drive to school with a gun in the back of your car, but you get in trouble for smoking a cigarette.
I don't remember that. I remember kids getting busted because we lived in a redneck fucking neighborhood.
Well, yeah. I remember
kids getting busted all the time with shotgun shells in the fucking cars.
My first day at Tech.
Beer cans.
2019, 1999, 98, somewhere around there. Fucking, I had my one friend pick me up. I rode in the back of his truck. He had a gun in the car, and he was smoking a cigarette. So it looked like I was smoking a cigarette because the smoke was rolling from my side.
Right.
I got in trouble for smoking my first day of school. Didn't even have any cigarettes on me. So yeah, I mean, there's another story to prove my point. But I got a fine for smoking, and there was a gun in the car. Like, what the fuck? And then Columbine happened, and then everything changed. So maybe it's 94.
That's true, right? Yeah, 93, 94, something like that. Columbine happened. That is when everything fucking got real serious about the guns and shit.
Yeah, so holy fuck, I'm old as shit.
Dude, I watched, this was like in the early days of the internet, I watched uncut, raw fucking security footage of that whole Columbine fucking shooting. You know what I mean? Like, it was fucking crazy how they went around and just killing these fucking people.
They could have done it better, though.
Oh, but they were so happy. What was crazy, they're just so happy about it. They were just so happy about it as what was so fucked up. Like, they literally just really enjoyed fucking killing all those people.
And, you know, I can't speak because, you know, that's fucked up, you know, that they did that. But what pushed them to that point? That's what you got to stop and think is, you know, why?
Just this weird society pushing fucking people into a corner.
Yeah, and then you didn't catch, you know, and there's nobody tried and said, hey, you know, what's on? Something. Somewhere in the line you could tell.
Well, every time this happens, they say, well, you know, he was on a list and he was flagged and we, you know, but then why was nothing done? Why didn't you pull him from this environment, you know?
Exactly. Like, you know,
I hate the fucking fact that nothing is done until something fucking drastic happens. And then even so, what? Yeah, it lasts a fucking week.
They're gonna ban guns, okay? Guns not the issue. Okay?
It's people.
Maybe it's mental health. You know, look at that. Maybe it's...
Society is just sick right now. I mean, like, nobody's in a good place. I mean, realistically, there's very few people that I would even trust holding a weapon. You know, it's like...
But anything, if you want to do harm to anything can be a weapon. So, I mean, the reality of life is it's fucking mental health. Like, I could pick up that fucking vase right there and fucking break it and...
Right, you know, right. If you were driven to hurt somebody, you would use your hands, you would use whatever was near
whatever you need to do. That rock, you know, so I mean, it's...
Yeah,
I've been stabbed with a pencil. I was like, fuck, man, a pencil.
And it's not like if you ban guns, poof, they go away.
No,
you know what I mean. So it's like,
you know, there's
you'll take them away from good law-abiding citizens, and then only fucking criminals will have weapons. So it's like, you know, you leave people defenseless, then you're gonna have far more casualties. At least now, I mean, like, their best bet, you have probably far more people fucking standing up and defending themselves now than probably cops diffusing situations, you know. Like,
I mean, that's, you know, what it's for is, you know, protect yourself, because, you know, where you call a cop, how long is it going to be till they get fucking here?
Right.
You know,
especially now. I mean, like,
Pittsburgh.
You think that cops have a real high morale? You think the hiring rate's real fucking high? No. There's very few cops anymore. Nobody wants to be a cop.
It's because they are assholes, because they think, you know, hey, I'm a cop, I blah, 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 when some Americans know the law better than they do, and they still think they're fucking top shit. And some of them are awesome, though. So it's, you know, it's a win-win.
It's those people that get into power for the fucking fact that they'll have power and they can use it over top of somebody. I mean,
you give me a position of power, I'm gonna fucking be thrilled that, hey, I can boss this guy around. Go clean your fucking workstation, bitch. Like seriously, everybody's like that. Everybody wants to control something. Like,
but I guess it's about your. I mean, like, you can be a boss without being an asshole. Yeah. Without fucking being a slave driver.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying you be a slave driver, but everybody that's what you're thinking.
It is. I mean, like, obviously, to feel like you're the alpha in any situation, there's that serotonin release. It's more than just our human mentality. Yes, I'm a tough guy.
And males are the worst.
It's biological. You know, you enjoy being in charge.
Yeah, and fuck, we'll fight over fucking, oh, my shoe's bigger than yours.
Anything,
like,
fucking name it.
But that's nature.
That's why in some places you can't even wear a certain color fucking bandana.
Yeah, no shit, right? You know,
red bandana, we don't like that. We like blue bandanas.
And you were getting on, like, the cops, nobody wants to be one. Down in Pittsburgh, they don't have cops. They just have call boxes from, like, the hours of 11 p.m. to fucking 7 a.m.
Oh, my God.
Like, what the fuck?
That's
when you'd want them.
Yeah, but it's just weird because I even remember being like, I mean, it was a long time ago that I was living in the city that was really bad. It was like, you know, I remember plenty of times calling the police and like they don't even respond. Yeah. Like, oh, did anybody get hit with bullets? Anybody dead? Anybody bleeding? No? Okay, don't bother. We're not going to file a report.
Down there, and the one guy got mowed down across the street with a fucking AK, and you know, it's where the fuck you get that? Like.
Unreal. I mean, I don't even, you know, that's what I mean. Like, who would want to even respond to that?
And here's funny one for, you know, we bitch about gun control and this shit. How the motherfuckers out there in the middle of the desert got fucking better weapons and fucking better armor than we are. Motherfuckers are fucking camels. And they got goddamn rocket launchers, dude. Like,
Well, half of that shit we probably fucking left them. You know, I mean, look at all that shit that we like. Literally, I was looking at this thing. I mean, when we pulled out of Afghanistan, like they left like hundreds of tanks and all kinds of fucking crazy shit.
Tanks, dogs, fucking.
It's like
we left
you don't think they're gonna use that?
50 some Black Hawk. Oh, they were that same day. They were fucking the Taliban.
You think they're probably like
the Taliban?
You think they know? They left it.
The Taliban didn't even know how to fly them. They were flying the Black Hawks with fucking people hanging from the fucking hanging like they were killing people with Black Hawks.
You just see them all just.
Oh, they managed. Apparently, Google's an amazing thing. Pull lever back. I don't know, but
go to YouTube. How to fly Black Hawk.
No doubt, right? Like.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
And that's serious. They were hanging people from fucking our helicopters.
Oh, you mean they were actually you mean noose hanging people?
Yeah.
I thought maybe just people were just flailing and hanging off of helicopters.
No, they were just hanging off of them, but yeah, they were hanging around.
Oh my god! So that's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's something you'd see in a movie. Like, could you imagine hovering a helicopter and just dropping people out of the helicopter and hanging them?
Yeah,
and then just flying them around.
When I was younger, I used to watch Faces of Death all the time.
We were just talking about Ogrish and that Faces of Death was crazy. She found another one, a new one, where she's found videos. These are disgusting. People were actually committing suicide. And stuff
yeah, that's where I was getting with my point. Hey, you.
The mouse.
I was
If you want me to.
Yeah, sure.
I was I used to wake up and start my day with crazyshit.com.
There's so much fun in there, but.
We could have brought it down.
Oh.
Right in that corner.
Alright.
Yeah, I used to start my days with
I don't know how they
crazyshit.com and all that.
I don't know how they justify just leaving stuff. It's like, okay, we just fucking fought the enemy, and we're gonna leave all of these, pieces of military equipment, artillery, guns, ammunition.
It would cost more to fucking bring it back. Why the fuck didn't we decommission it? Blow it up. No, there's my tax dollars. Billions of tax dollars.
It would cost more to fucking haul it back.
Yeah, think about it. 10, 20... My little cousin, she graduated high school.
I mean, I guess it's hundreds and hundreds
so
of
it was almost 18, 20 years of war. Because 2001, she fucking was born, and she just graduated 4 or 5 years ago, I think. But it doesn't matter. But yeah, her whole lifetime was fucking the Afghanistan war.
Right.
That's all she knew. Of our government and the wars and shit. I'm like, wow. Just think about that. 20 years of taking shit over there.
Oh man, just the fucking money wasted.
So,
what did that accomplish?
They got their opium.
Fucking
they got their fucking poppy plants. Dude, that's what it was.
You think that's what it was about? It was about the heroin?
Oh, there was. They didn't burn them the fucking fields down. There's fucking soldiers guarding them motherfuckers.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's like
I really don't know. I mean, obviously we were still pretty young whenever that was going on. I mean, I obviously remember the war in Afghanistan being fucking just relentless. I mean, it was over a decade, obviously, right?
I said, it started in 2001. I've been out of school for fucking 20-some years now, dude.
Well, I mean, there was Bush war in Afghanistan.
Oh yeah, well when numbnuts there, Biden, he fucking ended it because he's the one that left all our shit there. So I'm gonna say at least within the last 2 years.
Well, that was what, Iran? Or was it still Afghanistan?
It was
Because, I mean, there was Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq.
Well, we didn't even go to Iran because we're scared they'll nuke us.
Okay.
But now they're attacking whatever country they hate now. I think the Gaza people, I don't know.
When you see all that shit that's happening in Ukraine now, I mean, just billions and billions of fucking dollars.
On that fucking money dump fucking bullshit.
Oh, and did you see? They signed President Biden. God, President Biden. He fucking signed an executive order and closed the border. The southern border is in jeopardy.
Hey, what year is it? Did we vote this year? Yeah, that's why.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're months away from the election now after they've let literally tens of millions of fucking illegal immigrants come across the border. Now they're going to close it, but with stipulation, they're still going to allow, how many was it? 1,500 a day?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot less than the 20,000 they were like.
1,500 a day? That's what they're going to close it? That's closed?
Yeah, did you see the videos with the fucking them letting the Chinese-looking people? or Asian people, sorry, there.
These people are coming from fucking all over the place. Singapore, all
But
kinds of
they're
shit.
coming with tactical gear. Fucking
Oh, what?
brand name fucking like something fucking, I don't know what it is because I don't wear that shit. But yeah, it was all fucking, they're like, why are they wearing this brand of tactical gear? And I'm like, so then I started looking into it, and there was a fucking shitload of them that came in like that. Bags, fucking vest, you know?
Then
Like,
it's not cartel, like, because I mean, there's obviously a bunch of cartel members coming across. They've showed like
I
armed
don't live
fucking
down there,
people
but I
coming
think they're
across
all
the
one and the
border.
same. Like, to me, like, they have not our country's best interest at heart anymore. Because our country don't even have our best interests at heart.
Listen, they come across the border and they get a fucking debit card, $2,000 a month,
Yeah.
and they've got free health care
You know what I get?
and a free ride.
You know what I get?
Probably nothing.
Yeah, not a fucking thing, dude.
Neither does anybody else in
Yeah.
these cities that they're fucking supporting them in either, and that's what doesn't make any sense. Is like, and
Well-
that's where people are starting to fucking think, okay, well then, how does this add up?
they
Like
should-
millions of people.
Should have thought about that a long time ago.
Yeah, and that's what's so funny about it. It's laughable that they're going to do it now. Like, we know better, obviously, that this has not been on their mind or even something they've even talked about. They've talked about the borders, fine. Everything's under control. You know, but literally, you don't think that China and all these other countries that have something against us, stick up their ass against us, aren't fucking saying, hey,
How much money do
the
we owe
border's
China?
open. Who knows? Who the
Trillions,
fuck knows?
probably. So why, like,
Yeah,
I
but
don't,
I
honestly, I don't know, because
I think it would make sense if I was them to send people over here in influx, because not only does that weaken your economy, but then you've got people on the inside.
well, that's what I mean. Like, you have all these
Sleeper cells, right, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, at any point you say, okay, we're moving, and they're going to come from every fucking crevice and fucking sewer.
Well,
You know,
yeah,
and, like, they're literally going to crawl out of the fucking seams and attack.
they
you
are.
know?
You know, these people can live out, like I said, they can live out, they can filter their water, they can grow their food. They're living out in the goddamn woods doing what we should be doing, getting
How my
ready.
mom and dad are.
Well,
They're not fucking, you know what I mean? Like, they don't, you know, essentially, but my dad lives off the fucking land. He doesn't
Well, they have for a
essentially
long
own the
time,
property.
you grow your food.
When you know him, he's, you know, as deep as it gets into conspiracies and anti-government. He doesn't have a photo ID or
I
nothing.
haven't seen him for fucking years, man.
Well, and it's just like I said, for years everybody said that, you know, oh, those people are fucking batshit crazy. They're nuts. Not so fucking crazy anymore. I mean, like,
Yeah, all these pop, you know, kids want to listen to fucking the rappers. Listen to Post Malone on Joe Rogan. He says, if I was you and I had some money, I'd get me some land and some friends in the middle of the woods and make me a long road.
right.
Why? What does he know that we don't know? And then he goes on about defending your road and being able, you know, so it's common. Just
There's
when.
so many people now. I mean, like between like Terrence Howard and like Cat Williams and people. I mean, Post Malone was on Capitol Hill, you know, trying to talk about the fentanyl fucking problem in this country too.
No, that's a
But
horrible problem.
but obviously, like that's part of it too, you know, because they obviously are benefiting, I'm sure, from that drug fucking culture coming in. Like they've got the door open,
What
and
if, like I said, they were protecting their opium plants, but
there's
they,
no secret where it's coming from.
well, no, like.
You know,
You look into like crack and, you know, Democrats and Planned Parenthood and the downfall of ghettos. Like it all coincides to one another. Like there's no coincidence. The motherfuckers did this to these people on purpose, and then they want us to fucking treat them like shit because that's how they were. It's like putting rats in a cage and seeing what they do.
right?
It's a. We didn't have these drugs until our government made them, like fentanyl and fucking this zombie drug and these fucking tranquilizers and shit. It was weed and mushrooms, and if you ate the wrong mushroom, bye.
Yep. So what do you think they did? You know what I mean? Legalize pharmaceuticals and fucking ban all of the stuff that could cause you to fucking think otherwise.
Yeah.
Anything to cause you to fucking break free or question society.
I hope somebody listens to this because you're gonna be like, these motherfuckers are make no sense.
We don't have to. We're in the fucking cellar.
No, I don't.
I'm like
shit, who knows?
750. Well, no, I don't know how many of these are. I don't know. We're not counting.
I'm in life. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. It's actually, I used to really love China and Japan. I mean, I still like their artwork.
Who?
The history. China, Japan.
Oh, I mean, it's all.
Yeah,
pretty.
there's a lot of good things there, but it's just, it's a little
If you look
fucked
at
up.
Earth as a whole and not as division, then fuck yeah. We're all like, oh my god, they're yellow. Oh my god, they're brown. And it is, you know.
Yeah,
It is.
but see, I think that with a little bit of hate comes a little bit of respect. You know what I mean? Like, if you were like, hey, I mean, you fat fuck. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. I don't think that everybody has to just be nice to each other either.
Well,
I mean,
no.
you don't have to accept everybody. Like, but yeah, if I don't like you for some reason, I just won't spend my time with you. I just won't be around you, and you don't have to be around me. Like, I mean, like our differences are what makes this fucking whole world work. Like, if we were all the same, it would suck.
Oh, it would suck.
You know, so it's like I don't know why everybody now wants to like group everybody together. Everybody's the this or that. It's like
True.
who gives a fuck what everybody is.
You
You
ever
know,
listen
just
to-
be yourself and fucking leave everybody else alone.
You ever listen to David Cho? When he was,
David Cho.
he's a famous artist. He painted Facebook and made millions of money or dollars, and then he hitchhikes around the world, like not America, the world. Like he has millions and probably billions of dollars, but he lives like he doesn't. Like he lived in work camps
Right.
and shit. He went to the Congo to try to find a dinosaur. You will have to listen to it because it's an amazing story. But him and this guy that he met there, they got lost, and unlike
Right.
unlike the third day when they were going crazy, they seen a up in a fucking tree. Yeah, and he tells a story about meeting these Aborigines, and the other guy was white, like a German, and he was a fucking Asian. And they thought he was a star child because his eyes were slanted and his fucking face is, more sleek. They didn't treat him any different besides, oh my, you're from the stars.
They appreciated him because he was different.
Yeah, and then, he's like, no, I'm not, listen to the
That's
story
crazy.
though, dude. It's fucking crazy. These clicks, instead of wanting to kill him though, their food, and they understood his little, see, he can't speak their click shit. They can't speak English. Well, they're Aborigines. I don't know what they speak.
Right.
But they have went back, and he went a couple times, and it's a fascinating fucking world, dude.
It really is.
He said this guy was up in a tree, like 100 fucking feet in a tree, and came down that tree like it was nothing, like a straw. Those guys run through, they get stung by bees, they run through fucking miles and miles. Like, watch them hunt baboons, like, on YouTube. Like, just Aborigines hunting baboons. Holy
Oh, I'm sure it's
fuck.
cool. It would be awesome to live that way, but
The one dude rolls joints and fucking stays behind while the other one's right up front. Yeah. Like, that's real shit.
yeah.
But yeah, they didn't treat him no different. Like, that was just
Yeah,
a
'cause same thing with like in Peru, the
Like-
shamans and ayahuasca and all that.
Yeah.
Like that's the way to fucking live. That's how the earth should be. That's how it's really meant to be.
Yeah, like if I pass you,
all
you
of
pass
this
me, we say hi,
bullshit,
but
even the shit we're doing right now, all this is bullshit.
it is.
I mean, we're really just distracting ourselves from the inevitable.
I just wanted to stop cleaning my house for once. Get out. And I have a friend. Fuck you, world.
Yeah, whatever it is, find some people you like.
Right,
Because that's what doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, obviously, I don't have an agenda to take over anything. So, I mean,
do,
it's like,
my-
they're
my
over there,
world.
we're over here. I don't give a fuck what they do for the most part. And that's why this whole, let's go over there and force them to have a democracy and let's make them live the way we think they should live. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
They want to fucking kill each other and blow each other up?
Well,
Let them do it, and then we'll take all the oil. You know what I mean? Like, we have enough resources here. Let them fucking fight it out.
We think they want to kill us, and they think we want to kill them. So
It's like if Russia wants to fucking bomb Ukraine, like, leave us out of it.
that's
And
crazy.
vice versa. It's like, who gives a shit? I mean, like, that is
Well,
not our fucking war.
I give no fucks what they do over there because
No, and I think realistically, like, it's better to not choose a side at all than to be on one or the other, especially, like, we're on the wrong side.
if you want my opinion
Yeah.
of the Ukraine Russian thing, go Russia.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, like, realistically, I mean, I don't know who's on the right side or the wrong
But,
side of it,
yeah,
but realistically, like,
I'm a
I
fat
don't.
guy that sits in a fucking basement, dude.
I think
Who am
that Russia's more on the defense than on the offensive. You know what I mean? Like they're not, they're not in. Or I guess maybe Russia's fucking invading them. We don't
Well-
fucking know anything.
Well,
But
yeah,
maybe you do.
what I do know of it is that the motherfucker said, "Hey, if you do this, I'm gonna do this," and he said it for years before this even happened. And in 2014, they did something that pissed him off, and he did his word. So at least one motherfucker's true on his word.
And he did explain that in the Tucker Carlson interview. You know what I mean? That realistically, like, he had made himself clear. And I think he said the same thing about the West. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That, like, hey, just mind your own fucking business, basically.
Like since I've been growing up, that's how the motherfucker's been. He walks with a stiff fucking thing, and he's fucking firm. He's a dictator, He's Borat, but not funny.
Right.
You know? Or what was that movie? The Dictator, I guess it would have been.
Same guy, though. Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking. Oh, that's why I thought he was
Borat.
Borat.
Fucking Borat, man. That was the best movie.
She thought it was funny. Did you watch Borat?
Is that funny? That's not.
If I have to buy my own, if I have to buy my own, I'll have my own booth. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have my own booth, and it's gonna be set up. I'm gonna be broadcasting. You've heard of the river? This is the creek.
I want the creek.
You're up Shit's
The
Creek.
Sheep Creek.
We're here with Chicken Hawk Designs here, and we're up Shit's Creek.
Story of my life. Shit Creek survivor.
Well, luckily for you, we've got paddles here for sale. And they're personalized.
I can make my own.
These are for rowing and for spanking, which is illegal now.
Probably always.
I wonder though, we were talking about this the other day, because there's a thought that I have all the time. It's like, now everybody wants to be noticed, everybody wants to be seen. In the future, everyone will wish to be anonymous.
I want to be anonymous right now.
Well, you're a wise man. You're beyond these social standards and all these norms of look at me and TikTok and
Well, if I
But
had a normal life and I could make money on it, but nobody wants to hear from a fat redneck motherfucker like me.
oh yeah, that's probably a fetish.
It could be. Half ginger fucking fat guys.
I could probably look for it.
I better stop fucking.
Do you
or
own
start
a
eating
flannel?
again. I own a bunch of flannels, buddy. I actually look damn good in a flannel.
There you go. We're gonna need some Wranglers. We're gonna need an endorsement.
No, I won't wear no fucking Wranglers.
Levi's,
Yeah, I lie. I do have a couple pair of Wranglers.
Lululemons.
I don't know. I like whatever has cargo pockets on them. And I'm not a tight kind of person. You want to see this jiggly ass and tights, man?
I don't, but somebody might.
It's kind of like one of them girls that have the cottage cheese ass that wears them.
Oh.
You don't want to see that. So you don't want to see me.
Looks like an avocado's in there.
Looks like something.
Guacamole.
You threw some fucking rustier old fucking moldy
moldy.
cheese in a bag and carried it around. The cheese is old and moldy. Where's the bathroom? Fucking Christ.
One size fits most.
You know it. Oh, shit. We're going to hell.
Oh man, you'll love it. But yeah, it should be fun. You gonna be at the BMX thing?
Probably.
You better be.
I gotta make trophies. We gotta get the parts to make trophies. And then I'll make trophies.
If it comes down to it, we can get trophies from Jeff Bezos. He has trophies. They're actually not that bad. They're pretty affordable. You can have them personalized. So if we can't get it done, we can just buy some trophies off of Amazon. But I would rather make something core and make something like I said, like every time
give a
I've done
billionaire
it.
the money and not the fucking poor guy that needs money.
No, I would rather, I would rather stroke you than Bezos. He's going to space anyway.
That's what they want you to believe. There's no space.
Fucking aliens. There is no space.
I got a telescope, dude. One of these nice old fucking... Yeah, I got a
Do
real
you?
good telescope.
Do you really?
Yeah. Well, fuck, maybe.
I've always wanted a good one.
I might...
I had amazing binoculars.
Let's
Dude,
put it
some
this way.
binoculars are pretty incredible.
I had a telescope, and I'm gonna have to find it, because I don't know where it's at.
To be continued.
Yeah, to be continued.
We'll find it.
But this fucking thing was so cool. It, like, had a computer pad on it. You could type in thingies, and it would take you to that
Yeah, like
thingy.
mapping.
Yeah.
It's where like you can actually find celestial
Yeah.
bodies and
And when I was looking at the stars, though, they're not like fucking what you think they are. They're like... You look at water, you see that, like, ripple it has? That's what a star looks like. Yeah.
interesting.
Like that fucking... It's cool as shit.
Yeah, I've never had a really, really good one. I mean, I've had one that was good enough to see the moon, but the moon's
Yeah,
close
things
as
like this
fuck.
big.
Um,
It's,
so it's like, yeah, like one of those ones like with red dot tracking and stuff like that would be awesome. Like I had one that I could have my GoPro attached to the eye of it, and I could just shoot photos of the moon, and it was pretty sick. But yeah, I would like to have a good one. Like I watched a video just the other day of this dude shooting photos of the International Space Station and shit. Like it was unreal.
fuck. Now I'm so concerned of where that telescope is at.
We're gonna find it.
Oh, yeah, I have to. I only paid $100 for it. Fuck.
We'll be peeping in your window.
No, fuck nah, but I ain't no peeper.
I have you in the fucking in the thing as Tim Jong-un. Tim Jong-un.
Hey, it wasn't my fault.
Now I did tell him I was like, we have all night,
I had to pick.
but
Hey, I was trying.
you don't gotta be on my schedule. You don't gotta be on her schedule. You gotta be on her schedule.
Man, she's awake. She
Yeah.
slept. She's waiting for me.
She's awake.
She knew I was fucking
Yep.
gonna be late because that's when I'm fashionably late.
She wanted to be up when you were here. She wasn't gonna let you be here and not be
No.
awake.
Right.
She's
might
not
have some-
crying
She might have
today.
something to yell at you.
No, she wants to go home.
that's
Hey, give her the fake keyboard.
God.
Give her the fake keyboard.
Yeah, my ass is gonna go home directly here.
Here.
Yeah. We've got a lot of talking. I mean, like, even if that first portion of it is just like, because we just had it on a wide shot, you know, it would be usable, man. Like, we had a couple tangents in
we'll do
there.
it again, definitely.
Well, there's so much more to talk about.
Oh, I could talk about the same shit I just talked about and fucking forget anything because I wouldn't tell you the same goddamn thing, dude. Remember, fucking major head wound here. It does fuck with you. You believe it or not.
This will be a reoccurring nightmare.
No, it's not fucking Groundhog's Day. I've had enough fucking Groundhog's Day in my life for the rest of it. Oh no, we didn't want that shit. You know that's fake.
Not.
She's like, this is doing
She
nothing.
know that's fake. Yeah, I know.
Give me the one that you're using.
I know it's not real. I probably got a mouse that ain't. Well,
Everything that's black, I get the white one.
I probably have a mouse somewhere in my life.
Well,
I'm not using it.
let's have a final word from Timmy to the public, to the world.
Don't put your hands where you. Or, God damn it! I fucked that up already. Don't put your dick where you wouldn't put your hands.
Or your mouth. See.
Or wait, no, I had it right the first time. Don't put your hands where. Wait, don't put. Fuck. Yeah, don't put your hands where you wouldn't put your dick. That's it. Yeah, fucking final thought. See how space cadet I am? I can't get my own thought right.
Doesn't matter. Nobody even
What to
knows
do
what
another
planet
one
we're
on?
on.
Don't smoke crack.
Replay. Cut.
Oh, shit.
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh my god. I don't even know who the fuck. Do you have any idea what the origin of that is?
NASCAR.
Is
No.
Brandon a race car driver?
There was a NASCAR race. The one guy won. The crowd was screaming, "Fuck Joe Biden," and it sounded like "Let's go, Brandon." So that's what the announcers were saying. No, they're saying "Let's go, Brandon," because I think the driver who won, his name was Brandon. I'm not quite sure on that one.
That's really how it started.
And that's really how it started. It
That's
was,
how NASCAR got like the Biden thing.
that's how "Let's go, Brandon" started. It was a NASCAR race.
Is that where the "Let's Go" thing started as well? Like, is that where
Let's
that?
go, Brandon. I'm pretty sure that's what.
Well, the whole people are just now saying "Let's go." And
Oh.
it's quite annoying.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one yet.
Oh, you haven't? That's like, I mean, that's it. That's the fucking thing
Let's
now.
go, Brandon.
I wonder what that.
Yeah, it's NASCAR started. Let's go, Brandon.
It's fucked up.
And then Biden, like, yeah, it's a good thing. No. Fuck Joe Biden. Let's go,
They don't give a
Brandon.
shit about anything more than just however they can spin it.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's...
It's all about just the narrative, and that's, I mean, like,
If-
because they have it in the airwaves, they got it in the fucking...
If you watch mainstream media, turn it off and go live your life, and you'll see how much different it is. It's not all gloom and doom. There's happy things out there.
social media as well. Because, I mean, it's all the same fucking people.
Social media is the opposite. Everybody just posts their happy moments instead of their shit moments.
There's a lot of shit moments on there, too.
Well,
There's a
some
lot of
people like
fucking
me.
freaks out there.
Oh yeah, if you got me, it's like, I don't give a fuck if I'm miserable or I'm happy. If you want to follow me, you're going to see every side of me.
Right.
And if you want to see my ass, there's plenty of pictures of them. It looked better back then. Or maybe not. Maybe I've been working out.
Back before the internet.
Way before the internet.
Way before the internet. Man, what the fuck?
Remember life before the internet?
I do, man. It was awesome.
You remember playing outside?
Oh, dude, that's where I got my love for riding BMX. I mean, like, if I would have grown up in this generation, I mean, like, who knows? We might have never rode bikes. I mean, it's fucking weird.
You know, it's funny.
What?
My daughter didn't know how to ride a bike.
But she knows how to play Nintendo Switch and Xbox and
Yeah.
PlayStation and use an iPhone.
And
It's
she can
like,
run an electric scooter, but she cannot ride a bike. And I've tried and tried.
and that's what I mean. Like, so I mean, as far as a human progression, and this is no fault of your own. This is
Well, no,
society,
it's
and this
funny.
is the way that things are designed. Everything is just so easily accessible now.
And
You know, it's
now that I'm
pushed.
thinking of it again, you said about the human body changing, we're adapting to the machines. These things right here, the headsets, they're already changing people's fucking skulls. Like, look on the internet, like, where they put them. There's an indent right here.
Oh, wow.
Like, I'm starting to come up on people. Yeah, look, have her shit, look it up, that shit. Like, look at people's heads deforming from headphones.
Bunch of fucking softies. Bunch of soft.
Well, no,
heads.
it's because they wear them. Some of them gamers and those Twitch streamers. Even like, if you feel your head, if you wear them enough, you'll feel it. Because I feel it in my head, like right here.
Oh,
There's
no. Isn't
a.
your skull hard already?
Well, no, it's your bone forms. Like if you put something on there for so long, it's gonna memory.
Right. I mean, I guess so. It does make sense.
There-
Because I feel
you
like it would
should-
have to be on there for a long time for your
Well,
skull to physically
You
adapt.
just wear them though. Like I said,
Wow.
feel your skull. If you wear them, there's a fucking.
I don't. That's the thing. I really don't wear them a whole
I try
lot.
not to, but I prefer these over Bluetooth because Bluetooth sends a fucking signal through your brain because they don't connect individually. They connect to one, and they connect to the other one through one.
We just don't have it up here, but that's fine. It'll be in
Oh,
there.
yeah, that's fine. But it's a real thing. Like
I just can't believe that, like, you think that something like that to physically change your adaptations, especially like this is your skull that we're talking about, like a bone, that can change that quickly because I wear a headset a couple hours a day.
Yeah,
Like,
for how many days? I mean,
you'd have to probably do it for years and years and years, but still, like, you would think something like that would take hundreds of years to
You would
change your
think so.
physical
You
adaptation.
would think so. I don't wear them that much. I wore them for like Warzone when my buddy and me played, and then these kind when I flew to work and shit. So
Man, it
then I noticed it, but I don't know if it's
just goes to show you, man, we're kind of just putty. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, we could change so quick.
So it should gradually turn to its original shape eventually.
Because of gravity.
there's no such thing.
The magnetic field will push your head back to a circle.
Some say that the dent is caused by skin deforming from the headband, similar to the dents that people get on their nose or behind their ears from wearing glasses all day.
Yeah.
So
What?
essentially,
Ah,
I never noticed that.
okay.
Oh shit.
our gamer dent's permanent.
So,
Wow.
listen, this is probably not your skull then. It's probably just the meat between your skull and your...
Well, I mean, it pushes down to my skull,
Oh, that's
and,
interesting.
and it's not popped back up. And I
With
haven't-
this, for this to be permanent, you would have to withstand 135 kilograms of pressure on the top of your head.
It's probably a lot.
That's crazy.
But it,
But I just wonder over extended use, over extended period of time. I mean, like, but
Right.
it doesn't seem like that's affecting your skull. Maybe just your skin. Because if they compared it to the eyeglasses thing, like, that's not pinching your skull in, is
I don't
it?
know, but when I wrecked, I noticed like on this side, I had a line for my glasses. I don't know
Oh,
if
you're
it's
lucky
still-
that didn't, like, just fucking... Like,
I
that's
don't know,
scary.
It
Like,
cut
to
my
see...
artery. They had a surgery twice. I had emergency surgery. And then I got to call my mom, and I told her I'm okay. And then when she got there, I was in the second surgery. Because I thought I was okay, because I was all doped up on fentanyl. Because
Oh, yeah, right.
I was yelling at the nurse, I guess, freaking out. And she's like, you're on drugs, you're on drugs. And I wasn't. I didn't even smoke weed, that.
They gave you drugs,
They
right?
gave me the fentanyl. For the
Like,
fucking
no shit, you're on drugs.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm on whatever the fuck you gave me. Like, I'm screaming at
Exactly.
this lady, like,
You drugged me.
they did.
I come in here bone sober.
Try to.
Damn.
I try not to do drugs. Like,
That's crazy. Yeah, it's scary, dude. I mean, like, they're giving fentanyl to everybody.
and that's not a joke. Like, that shit kill you.
One time, yeah. It could literally be lethal to anybody, I'm sure,
And
one
even,
time.
not even you. It's like, if you're so irresponsible, because there's a lot of people that, drug addicts ain't responsible, go figure.
Are you sure?
That will go in like an Airbnb or some shit or motel room and doesn't get cleaned up properly, and you have your kid in there. Why didn't they touch it? And there is stories of that happening. So
Yeah.
fuck that drug.
Oh,
kindergarten school in New York.
You know? It happened in like I think Utah or fucking Nevada or some shit. 2 years. It may have Florida.
what, the meth lab in the daycare?
Well, no, it was
That was
Like-
the heroin.
As I said, that was in New
family
York.
went on vacation. They went. They got. I think it was an Airbnb, and the fucking kid touched something like a countertop and fucking started like, I don't know if it was instant or if it was a little bit later, like convulsing and shit, and they didn't
Oh,
know why.
because there was drugs
It was
on the
fentanyl.
surface.
Yeah,
Oh,
they got into his
fentanyl.
system
Holy
from
shit.
just touching it.
Yeah, and obviously that could be completely fatal to a child.
Oh, it
I mean, oh
was.
my god. Oh, he killed the child?
yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, I didn't hear about that. I try to fucking steer away from that
Well,
kind of shit.
that's why I said
That's
you don't watch
fucked up.
news. Like that's
Oh
that's
my
what
God.
news is. It's nothing but negative like that. I look up enough negative.
Yeah.
Like I said, I used to start my day at crazyshit.com. I'm trying not to do that because that shit's
Well,
bad.
and what I read, this is confirmed now, is that if you look at something, and this is whether it's Instagram or whether it's Facebook, if you're on a social media site, that algorithm is obviously reading your activity. If you look at something for more than 3 seconds, it is now thinking that you like that content, and it's going to start recommending that shit to you. So, I mean, like, within 3 seconds, I barely figured out what the fuck I'm watching.
Oh God!
You know what I mean? Like, especially if it's a video where, like, oh, it's just traffic, and then it kills somebody,
You
it's
know
a
what the
fucking person.
most thing I use my fucking phone for?
I couldn't imagine.
Fucking porn. So in my
I mean, I guess, you know, that's probably 70% of America.
yeah. So I mean, if they want to send me porn ads, go ahead.
But that's the thing, too. That's by design, too. What better way to get somebody's head out of the fucking, you know, out of the real world than to give them 24 access to fucking nonstop indulging sex and porn and constant satisfaction?
That's like,
I mean, you look at fucking all of these platforms that are just throwing it at you constantly. It's just like, you know, I mean, like, duh.
you're just
You know,
sent
they
for
want
social
you
media.
fucking
It's the
numb.
same thing. Like
Yeah,
throwing it at you.
it's all by design.
It is.
You know.
The guy he's an Indian guy. He invented email. You got mail? Dr. Shiba something.
Yeah, fuck his name.
He's very smart. He ran for president, but he invented fucking mail, and he helped with Facebook. And he says, "Fuck Facebook, get rid of it. It's the downfall of the world." And I can't tell you why, but this is almost like what you're saying, the algorithm and all this bullshit. But yeah, I stopped following him because he didn't run for president. Because nobody knew who the fuck he was. They're like, oh, he's an Indian guy.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, that's a fucking, you know, it's a miracle that someone like Trump, you know, broke through, but he had the money, you know, that's what it all comes down to.
He had the bloodline.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, we could talk about that. The bloodline.
Yeah, you want
he
to get
was
into
next.
that?
He was next. I mean, I would love to hear. I don't know anything about that, but
All right.
it's entertaining.
A quick little thing. Couple, maybe 5 years ago, this elementary school girl wanted to trace the presidents, like their bloodline, because nobody ever did it. Like, you know, different presidents, who they were, whatever, Ancestry.com.
Right.
Here, almost every president is related to King Henry V, fucking, by like
So
third,
she
fourth,
found
fifth.
it all the way back. Every president, essentially, their bloodline, their DNA, all connected. I mean, it's all comes from the same
From
place,
the same,
essentially.
like, king, yeah. Like, Trump and Hillary Clinton were 15th cousins
Really?
in the same bloodline. Yes.
See, we gotta fucking. That's interesting. I've never heard that. I mean, like, I think you mentioned that to me briefly last time that you were here, but like,
Yeah.
we gotta really look into that and see.
And this little elementary
That's
school girl,
fucked
she
up.
did the work, man. You know,
Well, and that's how you might argue that it's not bullshit.
it's not.
You know what I mean? Like, because she was just doing it, obviously, just as
for a school
you know,
project.
right?
She
Just
did it
out
for
of
school.
morbid curiosity. You
Yeah,
know,
nobody
like,
ever did that. And
Who
she
would
did
have
it.
fucking thought? So I wonder, did they bury that? Did that go anywhere with that? I mean, like, that's pretty fucking damning.
See, I don't
information.
know, because like I say shit and people were like, "Oh, you're just a fucking nut job."
Well, and clearly it's probably not something that very many people have heard. And
Well,
that's, again, probably just because it's, you know, not something that they're going to allow to.
Well, yeah, it just doesn't pop up on topic either.
Everything, well, but everything's so suppressed. Even if people were talking about it, it would just get suppressed. I mean, like, it's no secret that now, I mean, all of these, you know, social media platforms are all in cahoots, and I mean, it's like, it's definitely one fucking sided.
Oh, it
You
is.
know, like, it's kind of unbelievable.
They hate us. I'm kind of liking TikTok now though, because the creators are starting this pay off your debt thing. Like, so if you make videos and you put this certain hashtag on it, the guy, and you follow them, they promise to watch your thing because you get paid for so much, like, views or some shit.
Right.
So like, there's this little hashtag thing that are helping people get rich from pay off my debt, I think is what the hashtag is. So I kind of want to make a fucking TikTok just to do it.
Man, but that could just be a scam, too.
Well, maybe, but life's a
Because
scam.
TikTok's
in
the
reality.
worst, but TikTok's the worst, man.
But
I mean, it isn't like you're giving up realistically any more information than any other social media company takes from you, but it's fucking China, man. Aren't you worried that China's going to know what you're looking at?
If China really wants to know that I look at fucking fucked up porn,
That's what I mean, most Americans aren't really
one,
worried
one of
about
my
it.
favorite actresses probably come from over there.
Right.
So I mean, hey, they might like it. They can't deduct my social credit
But like,
score.
no, he into Asians, he okay.
Paul's like, you get rid of this one. I think every white guy has a fucking Asian fetish.
Yeah, well, I think
know why.
I think that you're probably right. In most cases, I actually don't like Chinese people, and that's not racist. It's just that I don't like the way that their faces look. It has nothing to do with who they are as people, because as I said before, I really respect the Chinese and the Japanese for everything that they've done, from what they've written, what they've created as art, what they are. They're fucking a committed group of people. But boy, are they weird looking. I do not like it. I don't like. And I remember being a little kid, and I'll probably get fucking flagged, and this video will probably get demonetized for me using this racial slur. But my grandpa only ever referred to those people as slopeheads. And,
Better than Charlie.
slant heads, fucking slopeheads.
Slant eye.
Yeah,
Hey, Charlie, there's Charlie everywhere.
fucking slant
We're going back
eyes.
to Nom.
My grandpa said, the only problem on this planet is dark skin.
Not really, though. I mean,
It's not. He was an asshole. But I loved him.
that's the generation they were raised in.
And that's all they fucking knew,
Well, that's
So
what
again,
we were talking
we don't
about
feel that
earlier.
way.
If, I walk by you on the street, I'm gonna nod my head and say hi, but other than that, like, it's
And it's ignorant to think now, looking back, that, okay, you mean to tell me you don't think... Oh, yeah, she got a... Oh, good girl. Sir Mix-a-Lot.
you got it. Yeah, it's crazy though. Like,
Well,
ideology.
what I don't understand is how people can't be like, hey, do you think they did all that on purpose? Like, kind of like put us against each other?
Yeah, they did.
Like, weaker, when we're fighting each other than we would be if we were all on the same side. So it's like, how about people wake the fuck up? Because, like, they've been trying to divide people for the beginning of time. I mean, for the longest time.
Well, they have my
By color, by race, by thought, by gender. It's like,
she won't see race or color until she's taught it.
she might not. Well, and that's the thing, too, right?
She'll know that they're different, like a complexion, but she won't know that the slur words and the slang. You know what I mean? She won't know that unless she's taught that stuff.
Well, and
Yeah.
what more explanation
She won't
other
be
than,
taught
like,
Well, yeah,
because obviously any child at some point would question, why do they look different than me?
they're melons.
Some people were different. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, nobody is the same. Some people have different skin color. Some people were tall. Some people were fat. Some people were, you know what I mean? It's like, it's no different than, like, do I judge you because you wear glasses?
Maybe.
Or because you have a beard?
I don't
It's
know.
just like,
Yeah,
it's just
ginger
stupid. It's like, I mean, race is no different than that. And anything's an issue if you make it an issue.
And that's
you
the
know?
thing is, like I told my daughter, they have different tone or percentages of melon. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know what whatever
I think it's
the
melon,
fucking-
not melon. It's
chemical.
watermelon, but
Watermelon. That's
But
why
y'all
they're
know-
black.
you all know what the word is there. Nah, that's negro. That's Spanish for black. Because I was like, no, this is some shit. I'm like, motherfucking, I'm getting paint. It's called negro. Right there is fucking shoved in your face right there. Like,
It's because it's not racist. It's just what it is.
and, like the swastika, before fucking Hitler and the Nazis used it, it was a symbol of peace.
And that's
Yeah.
why he used it.
And, well, that's why they made him use it. Because he was actually a Rockefeller. He bloodlines.
Weird.
But anyway,
Yeah.
the swastika, though, in the sky from the native tribes, it was the summer, winter, spring, and fall solstices. It was a different way the
Okay.
Big Dipper went in the sky.
Right. That makes sense. I never really knew what the origins of it, but obviously I knew that for the longest time in history it was a symbol of peace. And I would imagine that's probably, unless there's some deeper reason, that he would use it as a symbol of not necessarily hate, but to persecute something.
Well-
Like, why?
It means something, and we can't use it now because it's a racist thing now. But the first time I ever seen it, I went to the Smithsonian Museum, and it was on a Cherokee bead bag, like a little bag. And I was like, oh, fuck is swastika doing on a Indian thing? Like, how do
Right.
they know what it is?
Yeah, it was well before Nazi Germany,
Yeah.
and that's what I mean. Like, were you ever taught anything about the swastika prior to Nazi Germany, World
Ninth
War
grade,
II?
I didn't know what it was until that's when I knew
You know what I
what it
mean?
was.
Like, so that's what I mean. Like, if people were informed, you would know the history and the evolution of symbol. You know what I mean? If you're going to teach it, I mean, why only teach it as a symbol of hate? And I mean, like, there's a context and there's a cause and effect to things. You have to understand an origin to understand, you know what I mean, how things are different now. You know,
Exactly.
It's like, oh my God, like, yeah, people are just, I don't think that people just have the time or the notion to just really think things through most of the time. Like, you know, they believe what they're told and whatever they're fed and whatever's in front of them, and it's easy that way, you know?
And you don't. I like to contradict. If you tell me something that I think's false, I'm going to look into it. You know what I mean? Because I like information. Like, I like.
Well, and you're curious enough to know, like, okay, shit isn't right, and I would like to know why, you know, like that too. Like,
And if I talk shit like this, I want to have some facts. So when you come up and fact check me, I can be like, okay, I was 99% right. I fucking fucked up this little minute detail, but you know, I wouldn't spill it out of my mouth unless it was. Oh no!
No, it's fucking better to be informed. You know,
It
the
is.
problem is like I said, people just don't have, you know, the notion to even just think for themselves. You know, they're fed something that's easy, and I would argue that life is good, but I mean, like, you can't just be indoctrinated to the point where, like, as long as I have the internet, and as long as I have Facebook, and I can scroll endlessly through fucking TikTok, life is good. They can blow up the rest of the fucking world as long as I don't lose my Wi-Fi connection.
Bring back
You're good.
Schoolhouse Rock.
You know, like, that's such a large population of people, and it's fucking scary because they wouldn't care if the human population was wiped out if they were chosen to be the few that got to stay and just be sheep, you know? Let me just suck the fucking stem cells out of you slowly over time, and we'll give you free Wi-Fi and Netflix and fucking food and Big
what's
Macs,
happening.
and, you know, it's all you need. You know, essentially they want you to stop driving too. I think they're trying to mandate it by 2030, whatever, that everybody's going to have an electric car. So nobody's going to be allowed to fucking drive anymore because they've already decided that any new cars being made now have a fucking kill switch that they can be shut off, they can be disarmed.
15-minute cities, buddy.
15-minute cities? Explain.
They want everything in your life, doctor, fucking friends, groceries, within 15-minute walk. So like 4 or 5 block square radius of your living area.
Just for containment.
Yep. China started it. I told my aunt this years ago. And she's like, nah, that's not gonna happen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and it's like just like in China too. Like they banned Facebook. They have one app, and it's your everything app. It's your bank. It's your social media. It's your fucking logbook. It's your alarm. I mean, it's literally everything. And you don't think that obviously they're tracking everything.
Well,
It's just like a
Skynet.
funnel. Singularity. Find a one place that you can just monitor everything and everybody.
Think about it now. We come back to the Illuminati and the Great Deception. Is what if they want the whole world, control everybody in the whole world like that? It's not just the Chinese. It's like a group of people that want to do that.
Oh, I would argue that somebody's at the very, 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 very top, and borders don't mean fucking anything because they're looking at it and they're looking globally, and somebody's pulling the strings of the people who are in charge, you know.
Anunnaki.
But I would argue that they're under the ocean. They're in the ocean or something. You know, I mean, if there was any extraterrestrials, I would argue that it's more likely that they're in our fucking oceans, or at least are using our oceans.
And here's another thing that's funny about you say that, is if you go into the Bible, the water's above. As above, so below. He says there's waters above.
Right.
So it's supposed to be water above, water below. So they can fucking fly to the fucking sky because it's water.
Right.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, but makes sense.
See, and the wording is so hard too. Like, I mean, like to understand, like, how old is that fucking scripture that we're fucking talking about? To where, like, it's been translated and rewritten and fucking recut and like how many times over? To understand the wording as it was then is almost impossible to know really what it means. I mean, like, because like I said before, I mean, like, it's obvious we're in a very limited space. We cannot go up here, and maybe back then, maybe they thought it fucking was water. You know,
Maybe.
who the fuck knows? Maybe it. I mean, I don't know.
This is how I started looking at it, like, from different civilizations and stuff. They carved in stone, and they wouldn't have wasted the time to carve some of the shit they did unless they saw that shit.
Right.
So why would they carve, like, dog-headed people and spaceships?
Yeah,
And
you would have no reference point to that.
Exactly.
You would have no. I mean, I guess.
You carved it because you saw it.
Well, let's argue for a minute because I could draw you a million things that I've never seen or I've never.
But
But
now,
But it's because, right, I have a million reference points. I've had the internet. I've had all this stuff. So back then, what would drive someone to create something that never did exist and that never had outside influences like
And you're
fucking
chiseling
Google?
it. You gotta chisel it, and you gotta think that's taking.
Well, you would have to be driven to it for some reason, so it would have to have some very significant meaning to you to fucking take the time and effort to express it in stone.
Yep. And then you
know
look
what I mean? Like,
around
you're not just telling somebody about it.
the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Egyptians,
Right.
the Kemets, all these, the Chinese, they all. And then folklore, you get into that. We all have like similar folklore, like fairies, dragons, gnomes, goblins, all these
Yeah, and
different stories.
they all share a very similar theme, I
Yeah.
mean, like, regardless of what the origins or the location. And same thing with building stuff, too. If you look all over the globe, from the beginning of what we consider the beginning of humankind, I mean, like, even the way that they built stuff, and as far as we know, they had no way to communicate, but that's where I would argue that we're fucking wrong. I mean, like, back, what we consider to be, pre-technology, I think that we're far wrong about that. I think that they had a very, very keen sense of technology and a way to communicate, and how else, we talk about the precision of the way that things are built, and just the, like I said, just the ability that, like, over here and over here, they can build the same things, without communicating. It doesn't make sense. Somebody had to have, I think, given them this technology or this information, a guide.
If me and you went out just to go out and build a little pyramid, and we wanted to set it up on the North Star like the ones that are built, theirs are built within like 99.99% like accuracy of being perfect, like level and everything. If we went out and did it with what we have now, I guarantee me and you couldn't even do it.
No,
So how?
It's even been said by fucking engineers that now with hydro and with lasers both, that, I mean, to get that kind of a cut, because, like, some of that stuff is so perfectly fit together you can't even slot a piece of paper between them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, it is an absolute perfect fit, and you're telling me that they did that by fucking some prehistoric method? It just doesn't add up.
Like Michelangelo, the carvings out of the marble and stuff of people. No, it doesn't. I don't buy it.
I mean, if you had sandpaper, I mean, you could fucking smooth stone.
Yeah, but
the
precision, like the veil in that one girl's face, it's perfect. But I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, but it just makes you think. Like, I already believe we were lied to, or being lied to, and there's more technology.
Well, and when you look at a progression of something, especially humankind or civilization, unless, of course, you're talking about a cataclysm that causes a natural reset, and things have to restart. But it doesn't make any sense why they would be able to do something far more precise and far more, incredible than what we could do now if things are evolving and technology is evolving.
The last time I was here, did we talk about? I know we talked about like the symmetry of like the shapes, but like the building that's carved like straight down from fucking stone, and it comes out. It's I think it's an old church. Just like in top of a plane,
built like,
and it's just carved out of marble, like stone, and the building comes out of the center. So around, it's like a square, and then in the middle comes out. How the fuck? You gotta start up on a plane and just start digging, and hopefully you can make it perfect. I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, nothing makes sense, buddy.
Yeah, and they have no problem just brushing it off too. They've written what they've written about it, and they've explained it in their form, and like nobody's interested in changing the narrative. I mean, there's a lot of people who are doing it. If you ever listen to Graham Hancock, Randall Carlson, I mean, like, those two are probably the most informative about like what really happened, and probably the most explainable evidence, because I mean, they're fucking geologists. I mean, like, they're talking about the erosion of the pyramids and about the true dating of that stuff is way off, and just mainstream society is so invested. Same thing with Egypt. Like, could you imagine the tourism pitfall, if they found out the Egyptians didn't build the fucking pyramids?
They didn't. Kemets did.
That's what I'm saying. So the Egyptians walked onto that shit. It was already all there.
I know it, buddy.
Dude, it was fucking an oasis. I mean, there was water all through there. It was already all fucking like that. All they did was knock the fucking head off the fucking thing and turn it into a pharaoh.
Yep.
Then that's what I mean. Like, there's just so much money invested in the history, and what are they going to do? Go back and rewrite all the history books?
Yeah, that's the Mandela effect. That's why it's a psych-off to see how much we'll forget. Trust me.
But what is the purpose of causing everybody to just rewrite? I mean, like, what is... Is it just rewriting history?
That That way we don't know we're dumb. We'll be dumb
You know.
until we stand up and...
But I love when people are like, well, you know, there couldn't have been any advanced or any ancient civilizations back then, because if there was, there would be evidence of it. You know, we could see it. But hear me out. So, like, the argument is, like, there wouldn't... You're telling me that there would be any evidence of it, but if you look even right now, if they were, as we suspect, far more advanced than we are right now, they would have less and less material things. More and more digital currency, more and more digital documentation. They're not chiseling stuff in stone anymore. They're not writing it down anymore. We don't even fucking barely write anything down anymore. Everything's on your fucking thumb, on your phone. And then we talked about very, 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 very soon, we don't have to even do that. We'll just be able to think it to each other and personally I am each other through the fucking air. You know, so it's like, you mean to tell me that if we went down the path of advanced civilization, there'd be nothing left. There'd be no evidence of it whatsoever. I mean, like, fuck, if there was one cataclysm, there goes the whole grid. I mean, like, already we would lose so much. You know, Facebook goes down, people were calling 911.
You know it.
You know what I mean? Because they lost their fucking, you know, their profile for 10 minutes.
Exactly. That's my point. You just hit the nail on the head right there. Like,
But why is it so logical to us and not to anybody else? Why does that not add up to anybody else? Because it just makes too much sense.
They're like my dad. They're doctrined into this system. Like, you can't live this way and be happy. You gotta have a job. Well, you know, you have to do this. You have to live it this way. And they think that way because that's how they were raised. You know, like me, somewhere along the line, I just said, fuck the world. I want to live like the Native Americans. And then I started questioning life, and this is how I became the fucked up individual I am.
Well, it's just weird, isn't it, that when you're a kid, they tell you, you know, you can be anything you want to be.
They can't.
Anything you want. I mean, you could be anything. You could be president. You could be an astronaut. And then you get older and they say, hey, get your fucking head out of the clouds and just get a fucking job, you know, and have a family and pay some bills. You know what I mean? Like, what are you trying to be whatever you want to be, Timmy? Just be a fucking worker bee and shut the hell up.
That's it.
You know, and you know, it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, it's just so backwards, you know? Like, but like I said, like when you're little, like, everybody's special. You know what? They tell that to everybody. You're not special. That's just what they say to people.
That's right.
You know, it's just like, why? Why the fucking facade? You know, it's like, it doesn't get anybody anywhere but old and fucking pissed. Generation of people pissed.
But back to the buildings and the older things. Like if you look at
the architecture's incredible, dude. Like it's
like the architecture back then, like Reynoldsville has fucking beautiful buildings. We can't build that shit now. It looks like nice people wooden fucking shit houses.
that's what I mean. Do you think we keep making stuff nicer? No, we're trying to find how to make it cheaper, faster. You know what I mean? It's like
start when you go to an old town. Start paying attention if it says founded or built in, because if it was founded, that means that motherfucker was there before they got there. Because they found it. English language.
By definition, found it. Right.
By fucking English language, founded in. Think about it. Then you go back to World's Fairs and stuff. They could build out beautiful shit in a month.
Well, even just the fucking fact is anything nowadays built to last. Yeah, everything from your car to your fucking phone is built to last a couple months, a couple years, and goes to shit, so you have to buy another one.
There's the Cornelia or the back in the 1930s, the group of electrical people got together and they had a light bulb that burnt too long, so they fucking seriously, this is a thing. There's a light bulb that's been burning over 100 years.
Oh, okay. I think I know about this.
Yeah,
right.
But this group got together and they said we need to. I forget. They named it after a god, like a Greek god or fucking something. But anyway, they need to.
Zeus. That's the.
No, it was some mischief or some bullshit. It wasn't Loki. But anyway, we gotta make our product inferior. Nobody's buying it because it's lasting too long. So in the 1930s, they started this shit. It's a group.
Exactly. There's no money in making a product that lasts forever.
And that's why we're
coming from a fucking tattoo artist.
Well,
luckily, I have to fill a whole body before you stop.
You're not wrong. Like, that's
I
the
make a
thing.
permanent fucking product, but no, it's like realistically, that's what I mean. Like everything, more and more by the day, is made to be disposable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like, I mean, fucking 20 years, we'll barely have, you know, anything that really lasts. Everything's just gonna be fucking ready use. They don't even want people like, you know what Bezos is talking about. You know what? You don't have to even own a shed anymore. You don't have to own tools. We're all just going to all use the same tools. He's going to implement a system that says, man, I really need a hammer. I'm going to hang this picture. Boop. Little drone's going to bring me a hammer and I can use it, and then it's going to take it back.
Yeah, fuck that.
Then he wants that to be like, we can all just share.
That's
We'll all
the,
just use it. You'll never have to own anything. We'll just supply it.
That's
Yeah.
NWO, in the fucking World Economic Forum. You own nothing, and you will be happy. You will have nothing, and you will be happy.
And everybody gets the same income. Everybody gets the same. It's like,
I won't be.
like they don't even want you driving yourself around.
I don't know. There's going to be another pandemic, and they're having these robots drive. No, there is, because they're doing the fucking automated fucking Uber.
I laugh because Biden flat out said, I literally just watched the clip about this. This is probably a lot. But he literally said there will be another pandemic.
We just need more money for vaccines for children eventually. We need more money to plan for the second pandemic. There's going to be another pandemic.
It's common. Like
He's like, there will be another pandemic.
they're shooting for autonomous Uber and autonomous fucking taxis and shit now almost everywhere. Like they're trying to get that shit pushed out now. For what? What's coming?
Well,
And
they
then-
just want to make sure that if you need to go somewhere, they know exactly where you're going and probably why you're going. Because clearly, if you were in some autonomous taxi, you think that they're maybe listening to your conversation or maybe your
Right.
thoughts while you're in there, Timmy. Don't fucking think anything crazy, Timmy.
Why do you think I fucking don't carry a cell phone? Because the average Joe can fucking listen to your conversation.
Yeah, I mean, like, fucking high school kids can fucking hack these systems half the fucking
They
time. That's
can.
what I mean. Like, and that's what's fucking dangerous about open AI. You just fucking let this stuff open and available to just anybody to play with. Like, you're fucking. I mean, it's so ridiculous that this is real life because it's like a fucking movie. Like, we're literally already at the point where, like, there's no going back now. I mean, like, did you just hear. I forget what the name of the specific company is, but I mean, they're a top AI company, but their entire safety team walked out because they've been working with their hands tied. The company is not interested in following moral high grounds. They're more worried about profits. Their entire fucking team walked out. They fired Sam Altman, which, like I said, he's like Chat GPT. I mean, like these guys, they fired him. His whole team left, and now he's back. But they said, like, they're not acting in the thought of like, is this thing safe or is it okay? Like,
Yeah.
they're concerned with profits now. So it's like it's ridiculous. Like I said, I mean, Bezos and them are now working to try to build a nuclear reactor, which thankfully is not an easy task. Like that, they said that will probably take about 5 or 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 years. I don't know.
Japan or China's trying to build a fucking stairway to the fucking as high as they can go to the moon. I guess
That'd be cool.
it's not gonna happen. But that's their goal. It's gonna cost fucking 30 billion or 300 or 30 billion or 300 billion, and they're doing it. They started like construction on it. Like,
What they should do is they should put a team on the moon and just start it from both ends.
they ain't gonna ever get there. We haven't been to the moon. We fucking ain't. Yeah.
Like a Chinese finger trap. You just,
I didn't catch it, but I do.
get it in there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Grind rail.
We want.
Stairway to heaven.
Funny you say that. I just heard weird, the backwards playing shit.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Stairway to Heaven's like the most demonic song ever because it sounds so nice.
No
Yeah,
way.
because they put all these words that don't make no sense together. Like, if you ever listen to Stairway, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I wish I could remember it. Like, but when you play it back, it's like, oh, hail the praise Satan.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I should have known that. I mean, I probably did at
Yeah.
one point in time, but man,
I remember that.
Yeah, and I'm like, because I'm trying not to.
you really want to
That-
fuck with a millennial? Take a record player, put a record on it, spin it backwards, and show him the voice of the devil.
On the Little Nicky one, use the Carpenters or whatever, because that was the worst one. I did never the sing.
Fuck, I love
But that
it.
shit's real. They do that shit. They changed the frequency of music back in the fucking 60s. The 50s, 40s, whenever. Before it was meant to heal. Yeah, like we talked about this, like the bells and where are the bells? Why did they change the frequency of music?
Yeah, that really tripped me out, dude, because there's definitely something to that. There is absolutely something to frequencies being able to control your mood, be able to control people, just even the way that you feel.
Did I ever tell you about the Ice Cube experiment?
I don't think so.
Okay, there's this, go figure he's an Asian again, but he took water and he froze it. One he took and he screamed negative things at it, told it was a piece of shit until it froze. It froze so sporadically.
Like fractal, yeah, it was
fractal.
very erratic.
And
Yeah.
he took another thing and he froze it and he talked nice to it and loved it and it was his baby. And it froze in perfectly geometrical, like a fucking snowflake.
Yeah,
And
that's interesting.
we're 90% water. Think about that. So if I sit there and negative talk to you all the time, that's what your body becomes.
Right, the vibrations are definitely affected differently whether you have a soft or an easy tone or a conflicting tone for sure. That would make sense. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I never really thought about it before, but it definitely adds up.
And it does, and it makes more sense than a lot of the things, we were taught in
Even
school.
plants. You know what I mean? Like, it is absolutely proven that the way you speak to plants or even just speaking to plants in general absolutely has an effect on them. So it's like, everything is in
Plants, remember?
in coexistence. What?
They done, I don't know if it was infrared or some shit, but they did this weird experiment, like where they seen the the aura or the light of the plant, and fucking it can remember, like if I ripped its brother out and came back there in the same pot.
Oh, yeah?
Where the guy came back to it, it like changed its aura, and it remembered him.
Right, well, I believe that 100%
Yeah.
because even like mycelium is a fucking living organism. The largest living organism on the planet
And
is
it
a
connects
mycelium
everything.
patch.
It connects everything. Trees.
Oh, and it communicates with its environment constantly, and it literally actually decomposes the forest to be able to feed the fucking ground that's above it. Like it's actually continuing to cause more things to grow. Like it's actually sentient. It's fucking crazy.
If it senses a
Fungal
tree-
intelligence is a real fucking
It
thing.
is.
Disconnected.
Fuck you.
We
Oh.
just lost.
Oh, my phone died.
It,
Yeah.
it's so real though. Like if there's a
Got a
tree, if there's a tree growing
Wide load.
and it's dying of some weird disease, it will stop all nutrients to that tree and it will give it to the other tree so they don't get that disease.
Right.
Yeah, like our blood cells. Then you
Man,
look,
do you know about that fucking disease that ants get?
the zombie disease.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh my god,
It's a fungus that
the
takes over
fucking nature, dude. I'm telling you, it's like
crazy.
I used to fucking tell people all the time that like we're literally just food for this fucking planet. You know
Do
what
you
I mean?
have
Like
Netflix?
we're here just to, oh yeah, probably.
Did you ever watch the mushroom fucking
I
movie?
canceled it because they canceled the fucking Tyson fight.
Did they really?
They postponed it. He has a fucking Tyson has a stomach ulcer. So
No,
he-
that's July. He'll get rid of that shit.
well, they postponed the fight.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's all right. I have a fucking stomach ulcer right now.
Yeah,
No.
on Netflix
I don't.
though, it's this guy. He's fucking studied mushrooms. He wears a mushroom hat. Like this is his life.
Paul Stamets.
Probably.
Yes, I love.
Does he have a fucking like beard and big thick glasses?
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah. And he's a.
And he
Oh,
wears the
you can
mushroom
just when you listen to him, you're like,
Yes. He has a documentary on Netflix.
watch him on Rogan. I'm telling you what, dude,
I
you
have.
will think so differently about the
I
universe.
think that's how I found out his hat
It's
was actually a mushroom.
so good. Him and yeah, and that's the funny thing is like they used to use that as an accelerant. You know, I mean, like you could carry a smoldering ash in that, you know, and you could start a fire with it. You could throw it. He said that someone was at a party one time and someone was smoking a joint, and the ember came and landed on his hat, and it was just smoldering, and like his hat was on fire, and it like almost burned his whole fucking hat. You know, his big mushroom hat. But yeah, he's a fucking genius,
He
dude.
is.
He is incredible.
He's inventing a fungicide that will like do that, like an insecticide that will do that to insects, like the zombie disease, but without it being spread beyond what it, so it won't be able to like infect besides where you put it. It'll take it back to the colony, kill all whatever it does.
Right.
It's non-poisonous and shit. And it's,
Right, you
yeah,
essentially use that natural process to give itself an
Yeah.
antibiotic against it, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. He actually started colleges down in Peru that are
Yep.
100% about fungal medicine and all of that. I mean, like he's like one of the leaders in like psilocybin research.
Oh fuck yeah! Did you know?
Dennis McKenna is another one you got to listen to. He's obviously the brother of Terrence McKenna, who is a big, psilocybin fucking guru. But yeah, Paul Stamets is fucking incredible. He's awesome.
His mom was in a trial. She had breast cancer, and she was the only one that came out of the trial, like free of breast cancer, and she was taking a mushroom supplement,
Oh yeah.
turkey tail, I believe it was.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she was the only one.
Yeah, I mean,
so
like
it's-
people think the medical marijuana is profound, what it can do
medical
for you.
marijuana
What
is
it,
an
like,
excuse to get high.
psilocybin, dude, is literally like it forms new neurons in your brain to form. It causes
It
neurogenesis. I
can
mean, like
reset you.
it's exactly what it is. And even somebody that has like PTSD, anxiety, I mean, any of those things like that, it literally can and essentially give you a reset. You know, because all of those are just essentially shortcuts that your brain has created because of trauma
Yeah.
and a fucking, what do you want to call it? I don't know what it's called. I'm blanking.
Bitchiness.
Oh, it's like, I can't think of the word now. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know where you're going.
It doesn't matter.
PSTD.
But regardless, I mean, like, it can essentially reset you. And they've been doing research now at Johns Hopkins, you know, now for probably close to a decade, you know. And they actually, and this is just a fun fact, they actually have like an 87% success rate with people quitting smoking
Nice.
after psilocybin, which is fucking profound. They've
No
never
fucking-
had that many people quit smoking from anything, not the patch. I mean, what have they ever done for fucking, you know what I mean, quitting smoking?
That's
It's
crazy.
one of the hardest things for people to do.
Yeah.
And when they had these people come back, you know, a couple months later, and they said, well, like, why now? Why after this? I said, well, you know, it's disgusting. You know what I mean? Like, it gives me
It
bad
is.
breath. You know what I mean? But, like, the reasons were just so just so simple, and just like the reason is because like your brain literally gives you the opportunity to see things for like what it is. Like, you know, I don't need this, so why do I do it? It's fucking gross. It's just like, so I'm not gonna do it anymore, and your brain is literally able to fucking just say, okay, I'm not gonna do it anymore, and hit the reset button and come out of that. I mean, some of these people, like I said, we're only in, you know, one trial. Yeah, and every single one of them came back and said that their life has been better since that experience. Whether they would ever do it again or not, their life has changed in a positive way since then. Many of them had found out later on that they were, you know, maybe good at music, good at painting, good at drawing. They had discovered some interest or some kind of
Like an
talent or
idiot
skill
savant
in creativeness.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just fucking weird because like as humans we were designed to be one with nature and to
Yeah,
experience plants, and plants were a medicine. We were never designed to fucking take pharmaceutical fucking pills and all this bullshit. You know,
I
like
hate the pharmacy.
it's just a money making fucking scheme. They're not healing anybody anyway, so why does anybody believe that taking these pills for anything is any good?
No, it's
Yeah.
not. You're correct. It's.
Yeah, and who the fuck trusts the FDA?
I don't
Yeah.
trust myself, let alone fucking anybody else. I'm human. I
Trust
fuck up.
yourself. Well, yeah, but
I mean,
you know, at the end of the day, though, it should not be anybody's choice what you take or what you don't take for your own fucking health, your
Well,
own
yeah,
survival. I mean, like, oh my god, like, who else does it affect but you?
like I have edible like plant books and what they do. I've been reading about them. I want to
Dude,
start
like,
doing more. Of them.
I would give it in to learn more about, like, mycology and just things like that, because even, like, that stuff that's sitting behind you, dude, like, that stuff that's sitting there by the speaker, grab that bottle.
Oh, this more.
This stuff, this is just over the counter stuff, but like you'll hear it directly from Paul Stamets. Any mushroom is better than taking none, and this is stuff that even I've looked at. Just like I said, it's got what I'm interested in, which is lion's mane, which is really good for just cognition. It's really good for memory. It's just good, you know. Tastes like fucking shit. Don't you ever break that capsule open and think you're gonna put it in something.
I used to take this in a fucking powder form, dude.
Oh, it's rough.
The only ones I don't
But
didn't
it's
have
even-
in it were the Royal Sun.
The powder might not taste like that though. That's not meant to be opened though. I can promise you.
And
I
the-
almost
The
died.
Antitrog. It has all of
Okay.
them except for the King and the Trump or the
Right.
three I just said there.
Lion's mane is really the only
Yeah,
one I
so-
care about other than like direct psilocybin. But
Oh, you want turkey tail too?
yeah, see, I gotta look into that. I've actually never heard that one, but
You can go out and get turkey tail.
I
here.
could have very well heard it and just like, because I mean, he talks about so much. It's like that's why she's like, wait, you've already watched this one. Like, listen, I gotta watch this one like 17
And it's not
times.
just mushrooms either. Like mugwort can fucking do shit for you. Cinnamon, fucking yeah.
Wow, and dude, my fucking buddy's in the ginseng market, dude. Oh my god, he makes so much money harvesting ginseng.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that's actually really good for
You can get
you
killed
know.
over ginseng too.
Can you?
Oh, probably.
Oh, you mean be like the cartel?
no, not
get
the cartel,
whacked?
but the redneck mafia. No, I don't.
Yeah. What would they be called?
Redneck.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Is there a real one of them? I'm sure there is somewhere.
Yeah.
Like a real one, not fucking Reynoldsville.
Oh right. Yeah.
Reynoldsville filled with
You remember
Reynoldsville had the
that?
Bloods and the Crips were fucking two fucking weirdos. Like they didn't like each other. Come on. I live over here, you live over there. I make throw things at you.
Right.
Reynoldsville.
Turns out in California at a rock festival, you got to bring your own rocks.
You're a dork. Oh, fuck. But yeah, mushroom, it's all... We need to eat the earth. Not
Real,
fucking-
man. That's why we eat Impossible Whoppers.
Yep.
Man, I could go for
They're
that
so
right
good.
now.
We're in love with them.
What's that?
Impossible Whopper. It's the vegan
Oh,
plant burger.
It's actually worse for you than to fucking eat one, though.
You know why? It's because it has a lot of sugar in it. You know, it's just they have to compensate for the flavor. But I know, I told you that it actually it has more calories. I mean, like the thing is it's all fucking bad for you,
I'm doing good on
Yeah.
my water and Mountain Dew and no food diet.
dude. If you cut out that fucking pop, dude, you'd be fucking styling.
I lost fucking how much weight since I stopped drinking that shit.
Oh no, you look actually really healthy, dude. Yeah, and you actually looked happy. You know, I was fucking
Yeah.
stoked, man, because obviously, like working at that fucking place, dude, like you can't be stuck somewhere that you're not fucking happy. I mean, like even if you're struggling, do your own fucking thing. It's way more rewarding, you know, to get one win. You know, I mean, even if it's fucking a struggle, than it is to just work some dead end job and be miserable.
Damn right.
You know, fuck that shit.
I'd rather be poor and broke than fucking miserable and rich.
Right.
Because at least I can fucking live my life the way I want to and say I fucked it up myself. No.
Yeah, and fucked up by whose definition? You know what I mean? Like, as long as you're happy, dude, like, there's nothing fucked up, dude. You know what I mean? Like, we're able to do what the hell we want to do every day and just make our own shit, dude. And if they don't like it, don't fucking buy it. If you do, do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the fucking American dream. That's
my
where we're at. You know, so, like, realistically, like, we're already rich. I don't give a shit. Like, it would be nice to have more money because I'd like to have a sauna in there and I'd have to, like, you know, make some more stuff. But we're getting there. We're on the fucking upscale for
Yeah.
sure.
I have everything I wanted in life. I
Yeah.
have a daughter. And
That's what I mean. So everything else is extra. You know, so everything that we can acquire from here on is a fucking bonus, and that's just the way. Like, you know, I've been saying it for a long time, but like, if I fucking open my eyes in the morning, I'm stoked. That's all I need, realistically. Like, I mean, life might be fucking hard, but I'm here at least. Like, better than the alternative because I don't really know what that is right now, and I'm not really ready to
Yeah,
figure it
I
out.
don't think anybody really does.
You know, I think what's going to happen. This is my, and you know, I was going to write a book about this. This is my perspective. When you die. And this changes. There's two different variants. When you die, you're just gonna wake up. You're like, okay, number 52. How was that?
Eh.
One
This is
billion
so
nine hundred.
scary.
They're like, you know, like you experienced, you know, 30 seconds of our simulation, the beta version. What did you think? That was life. We call it Earth. You know, and you'd be like, well, yeah, that was fucking fun. You know what I mean? Like that you could spend 75 years in an instant. That was just a
I'd be like,
test.
man, I was happy. Can you send me back?
If I fucking wake up like
That's
that,
what I mean,
Alright,
like, you know what I mean, like, and if you did good and you didn't fucking go down there and pillage
Just
and
give me
rape and
goosebumps.
fucking murder people, if you didn't go down there and just be an asshole and exploit
yeah,
this,
I don't want that. Like, I
Yeah.
just have goosebumps from that. I don't like that.
but if you don't go down there and exploit the system, you get to go back, and maybe you get to go back in the better version that doesn't have all these shitheads in it, because
I
this is
think-
just the test version.
I
This is
think
just
we'll
the
be a
beta.
kid again.
This
That's
has a
what
lot
I
of bugs. This has a lot of
If we
bugs.
Wake up, I think we'll be a child again. Goes through that whole
No, no,
thing.
no.
and then
I think that if you get that chance,
I don't
not
wanna
everybody's
find
gonna get
out.
that chance. I think that it depends on your fucking actions in the test version.
yeah,
You know, but I also believe, like, I had this thought, which is really cool, because for some reason we decided to start putting people in the ground, you know, which I mean, like, you know, whatever, you complete that cycle, but I think that when you bury people, they, like, open the hatch, like, all right,
Oh
man,
my god.
welcome, you
How
did it,
was it?
you fucking made it, you know?
Our bodies are so toxic they gotta put us in vaults
Like
and
it's
just
so funny.
underneath the ground now.
Yeah, there's, like, a big party in the middle of
He
the
never
ball.
got shot.
Yeah.
Electric bullet.
I'll leave you on my idea and then I'm gonna go home here. I think when we die, it's like your simulation theory. We're kind of like our own god because it's written all through us now, and if we believe it and how good we are is where we advance to in our stage of our creative, our godness, I guess. Because the higher level will be, I want that, and then it appears, you are your creator.
I like
That
that.
was my since I've been little. That's how I always thought it was. I had
That
nothing's,
would be best case scenario.
nothing's
yeah.
proved me wrong and nothing's proved me right, so I don't know. But that's what I'm hoping is I am my own God and I can do that
Right?
because
And- And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll end it. We'll call it a night. So, thank you for listening.
buy my shit.
And my shit. And
Good
her shit.
night,
And her
wine
shit.
cellar.
Do you mind?
We're out.
Oh, that was fun.
Oh.
Like, I like that shit. Just fucking random bullshitting.